A lot of people. Yeah, definitely. And Charles Barkley.
Alright, let's call what y'all said.
Shalom, shalom, shalom. Sound check 1 2 1 2. Call hello, Yallah, Yahweh, Bahashim Yahshai.
Cheers.
Sound check. Sound check, sound check. Checking the sound. All right. And we finally got this mic thing figured out. Then we got to figure it out now. Watch that replay to hear how it sound. It sounded really good. It's like the noise is canceled out.
My lesson? Oh, that one.
Nah, the one we did last. Yeah. It was like the background. A lot of the background noise is canceled out. You couldn't even hardly hear it. Well, that's some good stuff right there.
Yeah, it looked like the clouds is dispersed though. It looked like it's gonna be cool.
Nah, yeah, it turned out this is pretty good. The Wadi Yabashim Yabashah. It's good, man. Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. All right. Check all this. See how it look. I'm ready to roll.
Going, so. Hey, you started on the ball, man. You got some more kicks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, a couple months ago, he's fucked up.
Yeah. You been on it, man.
Yeah, you been on it, man.
Do wonders for you. That's a little new pair of kicks, man.
You gotta take care of your feet.
You do. You do.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you do. You do. You definitely do. Yep. All right. Looks good to me. The sound should be good. You know what? I'll check that. Let me double check that.
Live right now, let me check it.
Hey, Yahweh Shemir Shabakatah.
Hey,
Yahweh Shemir Shabakatah. It sounds much better now.
You good up? Yes, that's
I like it. I like it over here. This is where it always gonna be, man. Even upside down, you can do it. You could do it on yours too. We could do yours in the future. Yeah, we're good to go. All right. All right. All right, Shalom. And Barakatah Yahweh Shemi Yahweh. Kaya Zah Yapa Yawam. Thank you, Yahweh Shemi Yahweh, for this beautiful day and for the opportunity for us to come out and preach this word to our people, the Israelites, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. We come preaching this word to our people in hopes of the elect returning and gathering the elect being the believers, those that were chosen from the foundation of the world. So we're called to be fishers of men and of righteous men. Righteous men. Those that who can understand righteous judgment, which is those that can open their eyes and ears to this word. So before we get started, we want to give all praises, infinite honor, and glory to the God of heaven and earth,
Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakadash.
All praises be to the Most High God, Yahweh, and His Son, whose name is Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly called God and Jehovah and Jesus the Christ. So we preach Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, which is the true and proper name of the God of heaven and earth and His only begotten Son, who soon to return. Thus saith the words of prophecy. Honors be to the elect elders of the nation of Israel. Barakim la habayath madabada. Blessings to the house of David, which you brothers labored, and to the Akyam wa Akwah, brothers and sisters that listen and believe on the glorious gospel being preached. Unto you we say Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom. Shalom. And Barakatham. Blessings. This evening, may the Most High continue to bless and keep you, brothers and sisters. We'll go ahead and get started here. As always, we are the Hebrew Israelites, and we come week in and week out and throughout the week preaching repentance to our people, telling them return to the law, statutes, and commandments. And we also preach the destruction of Babylon the Great, which is America, in the Holy Scriptures, and let our people know that Yahweh Shai is coming to deliver the captive Israelites that are in captivity here and on the four corners of the earth. And we tell our people whether they hear or whether they
forbear.
That's right. And the message is always repent
or perish.
That's always the message, no matter what we might be talking about. And they will just continue on, hit another chapter. And brother, you can start at 2nd Ezra.
Gotcha.
First chapter, yeah, you can start there. You start at verse 4.
Gone. It's the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 1, verse 4, and it reads,
And the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Go thy way and shew my people the sinful deeds.
And that's what we do when we come out and bring this word forth. We're going our way and showing our people their sinful deeds. We're not just out here by accident. We ain't got nothing better to do. We just woke up and rolled out the bed. Whatever the case is, we just want to waste our time. We're out here because we're on a mission to let our people know what time it is. And we don't care how they feel. We don't care if they think that what we're doing is righteous or not, or whether they think we're wicked or not, or they think that we're not truly sent by the Most High. We're sent by the Most High according to the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Right?
Come.
Go ahead.
And the children, the wickedness.
And we tell our people and tell their children the wickedness that got our people in the condition they're in, which is Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, the 15th through the 68th verse, which are the curses. Go tell our people what got us in the position that we're in, and that we are a cursed people. We have to, as it says in the book of Hosea, the 5th chapter, we have to acknowledge our offense before the Most High. We can't continue to think that that the Most High God is actually with us if we don't acknowledge our offense. That's a big part of being in righteous standing with the Most High. We got to acknowledge that we actually offended him by going off, by serving other God, by being wicked, by being demonic. And a lot of Israelites won't change that today. They think that the relationship with God is a quid pro quo relationship. It's this for that. Well, God, I'll do right by you if you bless me with this car or this house or this loan I need to get something. They think that that's the relationship that God and man has, that's okay, that's acceptable. That's not acceptable in the sight of the Most High. We're supposed to serve the Most High no matter what. It's not contingent upon how much blessings or favor we get here in the land of our captivity. Read that again.
And the children of the wickedness which they have done against me, that they may tell the children's children.
You would tell your children's children. What would you tell them? Give me any Deuteronomy 29 and 29. Tell your children's children. Well, what do we out here to tell our people? And you go, any brother, whoever got what, go Isaiah 58 and 1 as well. Y'all brothers can break both of those down. Y'all can break both of those down. Y'all can, whoever get it first, Deuteronomy, Isaiah 58 1, and then the other one, Deuteronomy 29. Whoever got it, can just go ahead, fire off.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 29, verse 29, and it reads, The secret things belong unto Adonai Yahweh, our power, but those things which are revealed belong to us and our children forever,
Some funny shit.
that we may do all the words of this law. The secret things belong to Adonai Yahweh, our power. There's certain things that we won't know, even if you're in the book. Like, we don't know, as a collective, we don't know what happened. We don't know what happened to the tribe Dan, right?
Right.
That secret lies with Yahweh Yahushua. That's not for us to know. But the things that's in this book that's made for us to know is made for us to know, to live by, and to continue to tell the next generations and next generations, and tell them, the children's children.
Now you got it.
You got it. Okay, you dripped. No, you already zapped him. That's right, brother. Hey, we was gonna have a little fun with him, but it's all good. That's the spirit. That's the spirit. I know you got rid of him, and that's the spirit that you say that because this says the secret things, but the things have been revealed unto us, which is the knowledge we've received by way of the Holy Spirit, is revealed to us and our children forever. That's what we come to teach our people. The knowledge is found in the Bible. We're telling them what prophetically is going on. We're telling them, look, this is what the Lord said. So, hey, the blood is off our hands. Another big reason, part of us being out here as believers, is to get the blood off our hands. So the Most High won't charge us with not doing what he said. No, we coming out and doing what he said. We was telling the brother here and the sister, they got a thing set up, a little booth here. And was talking to him for a second and just let him know what are we doing. He said, well, what y'all got going on? What is this all about? And just let him know. Oh, this is where the Israelites. He's like, okay, yeah, I think I heard about that. Hey, we just here to get the blood off our hands and to fish for the elect. And we know the majority of our people are not going to hear this word. We already know that. So we're not mad. We ain't big mad or nothing. We good. We cool on all that. Because who's supposed to come up is going to come up. Who's supposed to receive it is going to receive it. We already know that. So that's the beauty. You can bring yours, bro.
Yeah, this is the book of Isaiah 58 and verse 1. It says, Cry aloud, spare not. Lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgression, and the house of Jacob their sins. And we go to the ancient customs, back then they would get like a ram's horn and warn when war was approaching, right? So, but it said, well, cry aloud and spare not. Show the people, the house of Jacob, their sins, their transgression. Let me grab this real swift. It's the book of Micah, chapter 3 and verse 8. But truly, I am full of power by the Spirit of the Yahweh, all right, which is the Holy Spirit. And within having the Holy Spirit, it comes with what? Discernment, okay? And ultimately, as it says in the book of Ezekiel 44:22, all the way down 24, to tell people the difference between the holy and the unholy, the thing profane. So ultimately, things that is pleasing to the Most High. That's what we are here to tell our people. But truly I am full of power by the Spirit of the Yahweh, and of judgment, which is justice, and might, to declare unto Jacob his transgression, and to Israel his sins. All right, so that's pretty much doubling down. All right, we out here to tell our people on where you're going off. Okay, as the elder just said, we get the blood off our hands.
Con.
Yep.
Con, this book is 2nd Esdras chapter 1, verse 6, and it reads, because the sins of their fathers are increased in them, for they have forgotten me, and they have offered unto strange powers.
Yep. Our people have forgotten the Most High, and they offer unto strange gods, strange powers.
Yep.
So the Most High sent us here to let them know, if you continue in the way of sin and wickedness, and you continue to misuse my prophets, as it says in 2nd Chronicles, the 36th chapter, if you continue to misuse the prophets, then that's going to be an actual death sentence for you.
Right.
If you continue to just turn your head away, give me real quick Jeremiah 6:16. If you continue to turn your head away from the words that I've sent my men to say, and you act as if they don't have, like, what they're saying, it don't matter, whatever, we'll see, nigga, or whatever spirit you got going on, you don't want to accept what the Most High is saying, then he's telling you that there's going to be a penalty for that. So see, that's the thing about hearing his word.
Yep.
You mark either one way or the other. Either you're marked for destruction, or you're marked and the seed is planted so that you will be able to receive this at some point. And it's not for us to truly know that. We don't know. We're just out to do the work.
Con.
The Most High is the one that actually is allowing for this word to go where it's supposed to go and reach who it's supposed to reach. Sometimes someone on the comment board will learn and come into the knot, like a brother like Amawan Rakam. There's certain men like that that's out there. These brothers are joining and learning and growing. They're hearing the word and going, hold on. They investigating and going, nah, I got to take heed to this. And for other people, they'll watch it, they'll look at it as entertainment, and they'll say, nah, this ain't for me, or whatever. And that's all good. You see?
Con, the book of Jeremiah chapter 6, verse 16, and it reads,
Yep.
thus saith Adonai Yahweh, stand ye in the way and see, and ask the old paths, where is the good way?
Where's the good way? What's the right way we're supposed to be living? This is what the Israelites are supposed to be actually inquiring about in their life. As it says, hopefully Job 8:8.
Yep.
Well, what's the right way to live? That's what's supposed to be in our people's mind, as opposed to the 4th of July and fireworks shows and things like this. How you can go and have fun and playing and things like that. Our people are supposed to be inquiring, what's the right way to live? Go ahead.
Con, where's the good way and walk therein?
You're supposed to find what's the right way to live, and then do what?
Walk therein.
And then walk according to what's right. That's following the commandments. Go ahead.
And ye shall find for your souls.
You shall find what for your souls?
Rest for your souls.
This is how you're going to find rest. This is where you're going to find rest. Scripture say, come and rest with us.
Con.
This is where you find rest, in this word. Go ahead.
But they said, we will not walk therein.
But Israelites don't want the truth. They don't want to hear the truth. They don't care about the words of God. Go ahead.
Con. Also, I set watchmen over you.
And those watchmen are the men that you see out here on the four corners of earth, whether you reject them or not. That still doesn't negate the fact that those men are coming in the spirit of the Most High God. Those elect men, if you reject them, then the Most High is going to reject your ass.
Con.
That's how God get down. Yahweh. He ain't nothing to play with.
That's right.
Right? He ain't nothing to play with. Go ahead.
Con, saying, hearken to the sound of the trumpet.
The brother just spoke about what the trumpet was. We're blowing the trumpet. We're warning our people. By bringing this word out, we're warning them. Telling them, hey, look, you got to take heed to this. Hearken to the sound of the trumpet, or what?
But they said, we will not hearken.
They don't want to hear it. So that's fine. We understand that. Once again, we're not mad at all. We're not mad at all. Because we understand prophecy is being fulfilled no matter what. So our people, for the most part, not wanting to listen to it, that's prophetic. I always say prophecy is undefeated. So it's all good. It's all good. Beautiful. You got something?
Yeah, this real swift. Zechariah 7 and verse 13. Therefore it has come to pass that as he cried, and they would not hear, like, it's laying back off of Isaiah 58 and verse 1, as far as lifting up our voice like a trumpet warning, and they pretty much just walk on by. Mm-hmm. So they would not hear, so they cried, and I would not hear, said the Yahweh of hosts. All right, as it just brought out, quoting 2 Chronicles 36 and verse 16, as far as saying what misusing the prophets, because that's what they have done. All right, and since the beginning of time until this very day. Okay,
That's right. No, that was the point. That was beautiful. We can go back there and start back up.
God. The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 1, verse 7, and it reads, Am not I even he that brought them out of the land of Egypt?
Now, what is the Most High doing here? He's doing what he do all throughout the scriptures. He's reminding his people of who he is and what he's done. Give me the one in Judges, the 10th chapter. Okay. Keep reading, bro. Read that from the top and keep reading.
God. The second book of Ezra, chapter 1, verse 7, and it reads, Am not I even he that brought them out of the land of Egypt from the house of bondage?
Most High is reminding us of what he's done. Because clearly our people can't even fathom in their mind who they are, what's going on. They don't even know, more or less understand what the scriptures are saying, but they don't even think on spiritual things. The average Israelite don't even, things that are spiritual, it escapes them. They don't even think about spiritual things. What's going on, brother? That's the last thing on their mind. So the Most High has set up, provision throughout the scriptures to show, look, remember who I am. Remember I'm God. I'm Yahweh. I'll take care. Go ahead.
But they have provoked me unto wrath and despised my counsels.
And when you reject the Most High and his words and his men, you're provoking him unto wrath. Meaning you pissing him off. Yeah, the Most High get pissed. God get pissed. We can show you that in the scriptures.
Yeah.
God literally gets pissed. People go, y'all don't know, No, God ain't who you think he is. He ain't sitting on the throne happy and, kick back and clapping his hands, drinking Kool-Aid. Like the Most High is pissed off in heaven.
Yeah. Look how, real quick, as they were just saying, how the Most High get pissed. When the covenant, the Ark of Covenant fell, and the Most High just struck, I've got his name, but then even King David was like, whoa.
Yeah. That's right. That's right. Yeah. So the Most High, the things that's going on in general, hey, it's not things that the Lord said he has a controversy with the inhabitants of the land. Well, what's the issue that the Most High have with this land that makes him angry with the wicked every day? What makes God angry with the wicked every day? It's the way the earth is being run, right? The way the earth is being run. It tells us that in Isaiah 24. Let me get that real quick.
I'll get that for you.
Yeah, the discrepancy the Most High got. We can start at verse 4. Isaiah 24:4. What will make the Most High angry every day? What will make him be that way? People, if you go by how people are on the earth today, they would make it like, well, everything is perfectly fine here on the earth.
Absolutely.
Like people ain't getting killed all over the world. The earth ain't polluted and people getting poisoned and all kind of terrible acts and atrocities. Sex trafficking. You got a lot of the people of the world in these different governments are oppressed, barely able to make it, getting usury put on their ass, tenfold, 100-fold, so on and so forth. Right, living in generations, passing down the generational curses and evil, iniquity. That's how the world is being run. The world ain't being run in righteousness, man. Because if it was, then the man that is ruling, you would see it reflected on the earth. You wouldn't see all this hell and chaos going on. You wouldn't see that, man. So this world, the Most High angry with how things are being run, which is why he's going to judge this place. You got it, bro.
Yeah, this is Isaiah 24 and verse 4.
Shalom to the brother Hanaya and the
The
brother
earth
Aria.
mourning and faded away.
The earth is mourning and it's fading away. When you got whales beaching themselves, when you can go to there's reefs and barrier reefs around the globe that don't have no animals in it. And those reefs and barrier reefs are beautiful. You can look it up. You can put in barrier reefs and reefs with no animals, and they just
now. It's like
it's nothing.
Lost the color and everything.
Yeah, you're like, damn, how does that happen? Because the earth is mourning. That's a sign that the earth is mourning. Tells you that in 2nd Ezra. This morning. They came over here before camp started too. Tells you that in 2nd Ezra, the 14th chapter. Give me that real quick. Hold that.
Got you.
Get that in 2nd Ezra 14 and 10. Just 10.
Con.
Yep. That's a perfect sign of morning. Seeing Jake walking by. He was the one that came up here. One of the light. Yeah. That's a sign of Jacob's morning when you see our people like that. Yeah. Like it's like, damn. And they don't even know it.
God.
They think that being like this is normal.
Yeah.
You got it.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 14, verse 10. And it reads, For the world have lost his youth, and the time.
The world has lost what?
His youth.
The world has lost its youth. The earth is mourning. That's the perfect example. We'll go right back there. The earth is mourning. Why? Because it's lost its youth.
God.
It's like a man that's a younger man, then he become older. Then he got back pain. Right? Gout, all kind of stuff. It's like that. You know what I'm saying? You can't quite move how you used to. You know what I'm saying? Hey, the earth is like, that's how the earth is. The earth is mourning. The earth is mourning. Right? Go ahead.
And the times began to wax old.
And the earth is waxing old. It's like an old elderly person. What happens when people get old? You start seeing them bend over. They start doing this over time.
Yeah.
And the longer they here, I hate when I see people like 85, 90, and they be walking around like this.
Oh, yeah.
I be seeing them go in the grocery store and they be like, they back all hunched over.
Yeah.
You see them looking like they got scoliosis?
Yeah.
You see? See that's how it is, yeah. Those old bottles can't receive this new wine. You see? So the earth is lost its youth. So let's read that again.
Isaiah 24 and verse 4. The earth mourning. I'm screwed up. The earth mourning and faded away.
This earth is mourning and it's fading away. Right? Go ahead. It's lost its youth.
The world languisheth.
And this world languishes. Right?
Yep. And faded away. The hardy people of the earth do languish.
Yeah, meaning that they're languishing because the earth is in a state of turmoil.
Yep.
So really, it's sort of like it's lost its strength. Right? There's no force anymore because the world ain't being run by morals and ethics and righteousness. So that's what's making the people of the earth languish. They're languishing. Really, the truth was what establishes everything, and righteousness. So when righteousness is established, hey, that's the beginning of righteous fruit, righteous deeds. Because that's not being done, hey, that's what's going on. Any more?
Yeah, verse 5.
Yep.
The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof.
And who's ruling the earth? Job 9 and 24. The earth is given to the hand of the wicked. Shalom to the sister Athena as well, and to the brother Na'ar. Yep. The earth is defiled under the rulers of the earth. Go ahead.
They have transgressed the laws, changed the order.
This is what they've done to make the earth be completely destroyed. Upside down. Wicked. Go ahead.
Broken the everlasting covenant.
They're not following nothing God say. They ain't doing nothing that's right according to God. So that's why the earth is in turmoil. And the people don't even know it because it tells you Isaiah 61 and 2. It said the earth is in darkness and gross darkness to people.
Yep.
So they don't even have a clue of what's going on. And the men of the Lord are the only ones that got, the understanding that got any light. They're the only ones that got the light. Sean Paul, just give me the light. The elect are the only ones that can receive the light.
God.
Everybody else is in darkness.
God.
Because they can't see this. They don't see that they're in the matrix. They don't see it.
God.
They think that they think like in the movie, they think the matrix is like real. You know what I'm saying? So my man Neo was like, this ain't no real me. This ain't, what the hell is this?
God.
I gotta come out the matrix, man.
God.
That's what's going on. Babylon in the world, another example, is the matrix.
God.
Lost.
Moab, Moab stay lost.
Stay lost.
They was over there
Been
looking
gone.
at us laughing.
Been gone.
Moab stay lost.
Been gone. But dog, see our people, Jake's sagging and shit, women.
Yeah.
It's just gone, man. And you gotta suffer. It's like, damn, you gotta act like it don't exist.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's how it is. Like, come on, man. We tired of this. We ready to go home, bro.
God.
We ready to go home. And you Jakes really want that too. You really are crying out in the spirit. You're crying out. You're crying out. You want to go home too. You just don't know because you're so bugged out. So many damn demons on your ass, in your head. Millie rocking and dancing and doing, you know what I'm saying? Doing the jerk in your head. Them damn demons doing the jerk. In your head, you can't understand what's going on. You see what I'm saying?
God.
You know what I'm talking about?
Hell yeah.
That's what's going on. It's done. Man, come on. This stuff is, man, we tired of this, man. We ready to go home. You got it, Akia, whoever got what.
God. This is book of 2 Ezra, chapter 1, verse 8, and it reads,
Yep.
Pull thou off then the hair of thy head, and cast all evil upon them, for they have not been obedient unto my law.
The Most High said this the issue is that they don't want to hear my law. We just read that in Isaiah 24. You don't want to hear what I got to say. So the Most High got a problem with that. Go ahead.
But it is a rebellious people.
He said our people are rebellious people. So it's clear to identify them today as that rebellious people, right? It's clear to go to Isaiah 30, 1 through about 3, then do a jump down to 10. It's clear to identify who the Israelites are today. The so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, the 12 tribes. It's clear and easy for us to identify them today, although we're scattered, but it's easy to identify them as opposed to the other nations. Elam, they got some semblance of sense about themselves. They might not be, of course, the chosen people, but for what their culture is and their people and how they deal with each other, they have some sense of semblance, and they can come together. Our people are completely destroyed because they don't know who they are.
Yeah.
At least them, Moab, some of them, at least they they have some kind of continuity, and they can somewhat like come together and they work with each other. Not Jake.
Nah.
You get more than 10 or 12 Jakes together, man. You wonder if somebody gonna get shot or something. You know what I'm saying?
Or Jake gonna start, as they say, set tripping.
Yeah.
You know, worrying about, he's from this gang.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
You get too many white people together, it's always some stuff. It's because the curses is on them. And they got a hella demons on them.
Con.
You see? Go ahead.
Con. It's the book of Isaiah chapter 30, verse 1, and it reads,
Uh-huh.
Woe to the rebellious children,
Yep.
saith Ha the one Yahweh, that take counsel, but not of me,
Yep. The rebellious children. That's the children of Israel. Go ahead.
and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin,
Uh-huh.
that walk to go down into Egypt, and have not asked at my mouth.
They don't even know that they're in bondage. They're in captivity. They're in Egypt right now and don't even know that they're in captivity. They have no clue. You in Egypt right now. You in captivity right now. That's what the Lord reminded us. We was reading when he says, am I not even the God that brought you out of the land of Egypt? Right? Go ahead.
God, have not asked at my mouth to strengthen himself in the strength of Pharaoh.
You care about going down to Babylon because you trust in what Babylon, they program. You trust in Esau's program.
Right.
When Esau is trying to cut EBT, cut all the different benefits that are given to people, and they cutting Medicaid, all that stuff. They're making major cuts to that stuff. So you trusting in them, and Esau said, man, we really ain't got nothing for you no more. We broke as hell. This thing really is falling apart.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We ain't got it to give. Before long, they're gonna just cut everything and say, look,
Fuck it.
in order to try to keep this whack ass system going, they're gonna have to cut everything.
God,
You know, go ahead.
God, and trust into the shadow of Egypt.
You trust in the shadow of Egypt. You trust in something that ain't real, my man. Go ahead.
Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame.
Yeah, so the trust in Babylon, the trust in Egypt, the trust in wickedness is gonna be a shame unto you. When you out here and your ribs is touching and you looking around trying to figure out, when people start getting thrown out their homes because, Section 8 is gone, and these women ain't gonna be getting $8,000 worth of stamps every month to feed 10 kids or however many. When all that's gone and you trying to figure, they're gonna be looking around looking stupid.
God.
When all the jobs are gone, they're gonna be looking stupid. Go ahead.
God, therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame.
That's gonna be a shame unto you. Believing in this man and his system. Go ahead.
And the trust and the shadow of Egypt, your confusion.
Yep, and it's gonna turn into confusion. Now
God.
you're gonna be wondering, hold on, no, this can't be happening. It ain't supposed to be like this. We live in a free country. You're gonna be thinking like that. And Esau gonna be like, shit, free what? Right? Free what? How is you free if you in slavery?
Yeah.
How is you free if you put your money in a bag with a holes in it? How could you be free? How can you be free in captivity? How is it possible? That's how you know Jake is in the twilight zone. Jake is lost in the damn sauce. Go down to verse 10.
God, the book of Isaiah, chapter 30, verse 10, and it reads, what say to the seers? See not.
And the point is they don't want to hear what the men of the Lord got to say. And that's where you done messed up at. You don't want to hear the men of the Lord? Okay, well, we're going to tell you and show you what comes after that. Go ahead.
And to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things.
Showing you it's not these men in these churches because they're not telling you righteous things. They're not reproving and correcting and admonishing you and warning you according to the Most High God and his law. They're not doing that. So they ain't talking about them. The pork chop eating pastors, they're the ones that's telling you the smooth things. The men of the Lord are telling you the things you don't want to hear, the things you don't like. Right? The things that make you buck up at the word. Say, well, that's how you see it. No, that's how that's what the Bible say it is. Go ahead.
Prophesy deceits.
Yep. Speak lie. We don't want to hear that the Most High is going to destroy us, that Jacob's trouble is going to come. We ain't trying to hear all that, man. They're looking forward to seeing their kids graduate and, the society continuing on. And they're okay with being in slavery because, their grandma, their mother, their grandmother, their great grandmother, that's the norm. That's what the norm is. So it's sort of like, well, what's wrong with that? It's a whole lot wrong with that. Right? We want to rule forever as kings. We want our people all to be being in righteousness. Even the 2/3, we want to be of those that's going to establish the kingdom of heaven on the earth, and the 2/3 come back to us in righteousness. Be reborn in perfection. We want that. We want perfection. Right? Any righteous man that's kingdom minded will want those things. So the only way that can happen is Babylon got to go down the drain.
That's right.
So that's what we are pushing for. The end of Babylon, right? The end of this way of wickedness in the earth. We tired of it.
Yep.
Continue on, Isaiah.
Oh, no, that was good. You got something you can bring it.
Yeah, this is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 7, start at verse 12, and I'm going to read on down. In NLT, it said, "Go now to the place at Shiloh where I once put a tabernacle that bore my name. See what I did because of all the wickedness of my people, the Israelites." All right, so this is Yahweh, all right, pretty much telling Jeremiah why he brought what, a certain devastation to the nation of Israel, right? "While you were doing these wicked things," says Yahweh, here's the point, "I spoke to you about it repeatedly, but you would not listen." Okay, now in the KJV, it says this, and Yahweh, "And I spoke unto you, rise up early and speaking, but you heard not, and I called you, but you answered not." And how has the Most High done that? By sending his men, all right, from 1969, if you can receive it, until this very day, warning, telling our peoples, once again, of the things that's holy and the things that's, unholy, the things that the Most High likes and things that he does not like, all right? But to this very day, our people are what? Still being stiff-necked, right, and hard-hearted. A little bit more. "Therefore will I do unto this house, which is called by my name, wherein you trust, and unto the place which I gave to you and to your father, as I have done to Shiloh." Now let me skip down to verse 16. "Therefore pray not thou for this people, neither lift up cry nor prayer for them, neither make intercession to me, for I will not hear thee." All right, so this is the cutoff point. This is the time of grace and favor being shut down. All right, all out judgment, as it says in the book of Amos 5 and 24, judgment is pretty much going to flow. Okay, that's it.
Let's double down on that. Let me 2nd Ezra 14. I'm gonna read from 25 to 31.
Okay.
That's one to add to that.
It's the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 14, verse 25, and it reads, "And come hither, and I shall light a candle of understanding in thine heart."
That's what the Most High has done to the 144,000. He's lit a candle, right? Read that again.
Con, the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 14, verse 25, and it reads, "Come hither, and I shall light a candle of understanding in thy heart."
The candle of understanding has been lit in the minds of the believers. Go ahead.
"What shall not be put out to the things be performed."
See, this candle ain't gonna be put out, which lines up with Isaiah 62, 6 and 7, where if the Lord says, "He set up watchmen upon the towers, and give them no rest day nor night till he establish and make Jerusalem and the praise of the earth again." That's the proof. That's a precept. Go ahead.
Con, "What shall not be put out to the things be performed which thou shalt begin to write."
Yep, go ahead.
And
to those things be performed, which God said shall begin to be written. That was written. To those things be performed, which is Jacob's trouble. World War III is going to happen.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Con, the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 14, verse 26, and it reads,
Uh-huh.
"And when thou hast done, some things shalt thou publish, and some things shalt thou shew secretly to the wise."
So we're publishing the word, and it says, and some other things do what?
So shew secretly to the wise.
And so certain things is only for certain people. Everybody can't receive everything. Some things are made public, and some things are only told in secret to the wise. You learn that upon being in this faith, the more and more you're in it.
God.
And some people can't receive everything, even if they are a believer. Some things can be a lot. We understand that, right?
Yeah.
We understand that. Some men, we know, they got a certain mindset about some of the some most simplistic things. You're like, well, maybe it's not best to be around certain people beyond a certain point.
We had a conversation the other day of how we said that how Yahweh shot to only 3, to the mountain to watch him, transfigure.
Yep.
And that's for a reason.
That's for a reason.
Because like someone like Thomas, as we saw in the scriptures,
Yep.
he would have had a hard time, like, whoa, you know what I'm saying?
Yep. He was doubting.
He was doubting.
He was doubting the fact that he was being given a report by the disciples. He was doubting that, as if like they was lying or something, or no, I got to see it for myself. So that shows you everything ain't for everybody. So show some things, make public. We come and do that when we preach and teach the word. But some things actually are being shown in secret to other believers. But lines up with that in 2nd Ezra, the 12th chapter, the 38th, or the 36th through 38th verse. Teach them to the wise of the people, whose hearts thou knowest may comprehend and keep these secrets. So a part of being a man of the Lord is learning how to measure things out in the spirit and see. And some things you can't give too much to someone, because they could vomit it up.
Right.
It could be for their good, but it could be too much. You got it?
God, tomorrow this hour thou shalt begin to write.
Uh-huh.
When went I forth as he commanded, and gathered all the people together and said,
Uh-huh.
the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 14, verse 28, and it reads, hear these words, O Israel. Our fathers at the beginning were strangers in Egypt.
Remember that our fathers were strangers in Egypt. The Most High reminding our people again. Don't forget that. Go ahead.
From whence they were delivered,
Yep.
and received the law of life, which they kept not, which ye also had transgressed after them.
Uh-huh.
The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 14, verse 31, and it reads, then was the land, even the land of Zion, parted among you by lot.
Yep.
But your fathers and ye yourselves have done unrighteousness.
Our fathers and even ourselves have done unrighteousness. That's why we return to the Most High times quickly and seek him with our whole heart. Go ahead.
Have not kept the ways which the highest commanded you.
We haven't done what was right. So now we know we got this limited time to come back to doing what the Most High say, in hopes that, well, ultimately we were already chosen anyway.
That's right.
But we're doing that as a token of our faith to show the Most High that we are sincere. Although we know we're not perfect and no man can be justified by the law itself. But we're showing him through our faith and through our works. Realizing that we can't make void the law no more like a lot of our people have done. We can't look past the Most High's word because it's perfect. Because he's perfectly righteous and holy. We can't look past that no more. We can't cast that aside as if it's nothing. When we heard the words of truth, it did something to our minds, our spirit, where we had to sit and start considering, well, what does the Most High think about this? Because it says that in Jeremiah, the 5th chapter. Neither do they say, or maybe it's the 5th chapter. Neither do they say, neither do they consider that the words of the Lord, basically, the scriptures say. They don't say in their heart, well, what should I do according to God? That ain't what people do. They just do whatever they want to do. You got it, Akia.
Go back to 2nd Ezra, chapter 1.
Yeah, yep, perfect. Got a few precepts on there we might do. Shalom to the brother Thahawam Lab, the brother your witches are war, all you brothers and sisters on here, Yahweh Shemiah Shabbarakatah. Yeah, we got a few on here. We'll get a few on here. We start Jeremiah 14. Matter of fact, I'll start at Jeremiah 14 and 15. Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh concerning the prophets that prophesy in my name, and I sent them not. Yet they say, sword and famine shall not be in this land. By sword and famine shall those prophets be consumed. Precept of the night. So all those, the Jeremiah the 23rd chapter effect, I like to say. Jeremiah the 23rd chapter sums this up. It's prophets that the Most High did not send, false prophets. Starting with the false prophet in the Bible, in the book of Revelation, the Roman Catholic Church, and Christianity. On down to those that ain't coming in the spirit and in the name of Yahweh and his son Yahweh Shah. That's a key indicator of someone who's probably unrighteous in the sight of God, whether they got fringes on or not. If they ain't even coming in the name, that's a telltale sign. That's a key indicator. Right there, that something's wrong, something's off. Because that name, Yahweh Shah said in John, the 17th chapter, he said, I manifested the name unto the men which thou gavest me from the beginning of the world. So those men, the believers today, would have the name and then the understanding. So those that's not prophesying in his name, and then they're speaking against what the Most High says is going to happen. It says right here, sword and famine shall not be in this land. By sword and famine shall those prophets be consumed. That's Ezekiel the 14th chapter, the 9th through the 11th verse. That's what's coming to you false prophets. Once again, Jeremiah 23. That's what's coming, and it can't come fast enough. I don't want to Zah, the Most High continue to manifest that quicker and quicker. You got it, Akia.
Khan, you just read 7:23.
Yep.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 7, verse 24. And it reads, but they hearken not, nor incline their ear, but walk in their counsels, and the imagination of their own evil heart, and went backward and not forward. This is Jeremiah 7:25. Since the day that your fathers come forth out of the land of Egypt, until this day, I have sent unto you all my servants, the prophets, daily rising up early and sending them. Yet they hearken not unto me, nor incline their ears, and harden their necks. They did worse than their fathers. Going to the fact that these 2/3, right? Since the dawn of time, they have not hearkened to the Lord, right? And now the Lord is putting the prophets out on the scene, and they're still not hearkening. They don't care to listen.
Yep, it's from Big Bro Ariel, Jeremiah 2:32. Can a maid forget her ornaments, or a bride her attire? Yet my people have forgotten my day, have forgotten me. days without number, all right? And that's exactly to this very day. But the Most High have what say the remnant, the elect, if you can receive it once again from 1969 to this very day. Psalm 9 and verse 17, the wicked shall be turned into hell, and all the nations that forget Adonai Yahweh. All right, so being pretty much what? Dead, all right, destroyed by way of thermonuclear missiles. Okay?
Yep. Beautiful. We'll go back to what you call.
Come on. Book of Jeremiah, chapter 1, verse 9, and it reads,
Yep.
how long shall I forbear them, unto whom I have done so much good?
Yeah. How long is the Most High gonna hold back the judgment to our people that He said, done so much good? And part of that good that the Most High has done is the benefits He's given us in 2 Ezra 9, but also, even more so than that, the fact that He's been long suffering toward us, what the scriptures say. Right? That's good. The Most High has been long suffering, right? You know, just a common thought here in Babylon. Go ahead.
Come on. The book is
Common slur, slut whore here in Babylon.
is the
Just
book.
nasty.
Nasty.
What?
The book of 2 Ezra, chapter 1, verse 10, and it reads, many kings have I destroyed for their sakes. Pharaoh with his servants and all his power have I smitten down. All the nations have I destroyed before them. In the east I have scattered the people of two provinces, even of Tyrese and Sidon, and have slain all their enemies. Speak thou therefore unto them, saying, thus saith Adonai, I led you through the sea, and the beginning gave you a large and safe passage.
Yeah, going back to the Red Sea. Most High's reminding our people what He's done. Right? I led you through the sea and gave you safe path. You forgot about that, huh? Go ahead.
I gave you Moses for a leader, and Aaron for a priest. The book is 2 Ezra, chapter 1, verse 14, and it reads, I gave you light in the pillar of fire, and great wonders have I done among you.
That was the chariots leading us out of Egypt. Let's show that. Let's show that. Give me 1 Corinthians 10th chapter in the first verse. He gave us the light and the pillars at night that led us in the wilderness for 40 years. You forgot about that. You read about that and then, oh, okay, cool. Upon learning that you're an Israelite and knowing what's going on, that's supposed to do something to you in your spirit, because the Most High is going to do the same thing again here in this time. He's going to be leading and guiding the elect when everything falls apart. And trust and believe. Everything is close to falling apart. We're getting close. So He's going to be with the elect. You know, as that Kendrick Lamar song, we going to be all right. The elect going to be all right. It's the promises the Most High made. And we believe that, hey, those promises could be to us and our loved ones and those that would be of the elect. We believe that we could be of that number. That's why we return and have faith and works unto the end. I don't worry about this. The Most High can keep us to the end. Go ahead.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 10, verse 1, and it reads, moreover, brethren, I would not that ye should go be ignorant, how that all our fathers were under the cloud, and all passed through the sea.
Oh, they were under the cloud, which was what? The chariots. He said, hey, I gave you safe passage going back to the Red Sea. Who was under the cloud? The Israelites were, when the Egyptians was trying to hawk them down. Go ahead. He said, don't forget this. Go ahead.
John, and all were baptized into Moses in the cloud and in the sea.
Then they believed. They were baptized in Moses. They said, yeah, we know God is dealing with Moses, right? When they saw Moses part the Red Sea. Because it could have been something that could have had some level of doubt. But when these things started, because they started seeing the Egyptians coming in, closing the distance. You know? And they came to see, like, well, what's going to happen next? You know? And Moses, I told him, reach out your staff. Hey, don't worry. I got you. Go ahead.
Come on. And did all eat the same spiritual meat, and did all drink the same spiritual drink, for they drank of the spiritual rock that followed them, and that rock was a Mashiach.
Yeah, that was Yahweh Shah that was actually there leading and guiding them in those chariots. Yahweh Shah was actually there, right? For those that can receive that. It's pretty plain, but for those that can receive that in the spirit. Yahweh Shah was there. Yahweh Shah was there with Moses and the children of Israel at that time, right? He was also the death angel that was putting those firstborn to death.
Come.
These scriptures go deeper into showing that the Lord was actually there. Go ahead.
Come. Book of 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 5, and it reads, but with many of them the power was not well pleased.
But the Most High wasn't pleased. So after He delivered them, when you continue to read on, we know a lot of our people was murmuring. They wanted to go back to Egypt. Yep. They figured, oh, did He bring us out here to die? Why are we out here? That's why they wandered around in Egypt for 40 years. In the desert, after Egypt for 40 years. That was the reason why. Their own unbelief. Their own wicked, vain minds. Go ahead.
Calm. But they were overthrown in the wilderness.
Uh-huh.
Now these things were our examples, to the intent we should not lust after evil things,
Uh-huh.
as they also lusted.
And that's an example for us today, not to be in that mind frame to Egypt and all of that, because that's what they were doing. They had been delivered out of Egypt, but they still trusted Egypt.
Right.
They're talking about they wanted to go back to eat the leeks and the melons and the cucumbers.
All of that. Yep.
All of that. They was like, well, hold on. The Most High, he delivered you out of that. That was hardcore bondage and oppression when you read it. Let's show how hardcore that was. Go to Exodus, the 1st chapter. That was hardcore bondage and oppression, man. That wasn't a light thing. That was some heavy stuff going on there. That was 430 years of the Egyptians, Bigfoot in our ass. That's what that was. All the tribes was there, getting a Bigfoot in their ass.
Absolutely.
Hardcore. Let's show how hardcore that bondage was. We'll start at 1.
Exodus 1.
Yeah, that because the Lord is reminding us as we read throughout this chapter of these things, and we're here to tell our people, look, this is what really happened to us, whether they hear it or not. But this is actually what happened. Go ahead.
Yes, book of Exodus chapter 1 and verse 1.
Uh-huh.
Now these are the names of the children of Israel, Yasharallah, which came into Egypt. Every man in his household came with Jacob.
Yep.
Let me read them down.
Yep. We'll keep reading.
Okay, Reuben, Simeon, Levi,
Uh-huh.
and Judah, Issachar, Zebulun, and Benjamin, Dan, and Naphtali, Gad, and Asher. And all the souls that came out of the loins of Jacob were 70 souls, for Joseph was in Egypt already.
So Joseph was already there, and there was 70 Israelites that came and walked into Egypt. Go ahead.
And Joseph died, and all his brethren, and all that generation.
Uh-huh.
And the children of Israel were fruitful, and increased abundantly, and multiplied, and waxed exceeding mighty.
It's the same thing that went on here in Babylon the Great. We're called the minority, but the issue they got was why they're trying to get the Northern Kingdom, the so-called Latinos, out of the country. One of the main reasons is because they're the fastest growing demographic of people in America. So that's a threat to them. You see what I'm saying? So you got Judah, Benjamin, Levi here, but you got the Northern Kingdom, hey, procreating and growing at a crazy rate.
Yeah.
Ephraim, he is fruitful.
Yeah.
Ain't that what it said?
Yes.
Read that again.
This is Exodus, chapter 1 and start verse 6. And Joseph died, and all his brethren, and all that generation, and the children of Israel were fruitful.
They were fruitful. Go ahead. Aparia. They were fruitful.
Yep. And increased abundantly.
And they increased tremendously. 70 people. And I'm gonna keep reading about how numerous they became. Remember, only 70 people went into Egypt.
Yeah.
That says a lot. When we're looking today and we're seeing our people, oh, it makes perfect sense. It makes a lot of sense why they've done all kind of ways to try to kill us. But hey, we don't die, we multiply. We baby's kids, baby.
Kids, yeah.
Hey, it's the spirit. Most High ain't gonna allow for y'all to destroy us. And they call us once again the minority and all of that. Go ahead.
And multiplied, and waxed exceeding mighty.
And that wax exceeding mighty. And that's what Israelites do wherever they go. When we was on the west coast of Africa, we went over there and started ruling Africa.
Yep.
We created great dynasties over in Africa.
Yep.
That's what our people did. That's the greatness of them. Wherever we was at, wherever we've been scattered to, we go there and we dominate, we take over. We did it during the time of the Greeks, the Romans, all of that. Yep, heavy demons. You see what I'm saying? We went over there and we take over. So that we're back exceedingly strong. Go ahead.
And multiplied, waxed exceeding mighty, and the land was filled with them.
Uh-huh.
Now there rose up a new king over Egypt.
So then there came a new king because Joseph, great favor was with Joseph. But then there rose up another king, another Pharaoh. Right? Let's see what happened.
Which knew not Joseph.
Hey, it was different than the Pharaoh before. So, hey, there wasn't the same favor that was shown there when the Israelites first came into the land.
Right.
Go ahead.
And he said unto his people, behold, the people of the children of Israel, Yasharallah, are more and mightier than we.
It's the same thing Esau said here in all the places we've been. Damn, the children of Israel are stronger than us, and that's pretty evident and apparent.
Oh, yes.
It's very clear. One people is going to be stronger than the other, it was said of Jacob and Esau. But if you can't see who Jacob is and who Esau is, I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
You know? Your ass blind like Stevie Wonder if you can't see clearly that the children of Israel are stronger and have waxed mightier.
And this far in the game, too? Like
Yeah.
25, bro.
You're gone. So that's how we know a lot of Israelites are gone. They can't even see that they the children of Israel when we bring these scriptures out to them. Or they say, oh, well, you know, it don't really. No, you can't deny what the facts are, man.
Yeah.
Who would that be speaking about? Well, you just look at it for what it is. We always say who dominates all the relevant sports in the world,
Yep.
right? Who are literally the stronger people?
Yeah.
Who? You can go to UFC, you can go to whatever you want to.
Nah.
Who's the stronger people? What is the NFL, the NBA made up of?
Yeah.
And like I said, most of the relevant sports, track and field, all of it, men, women, children, whoever.
Baseball, all of that.
Baseball, football, basketball, man, all the sports, pretty much. And then the sports Jake don't even really like, they get into, and Tiger Woods, you get niggas like that to be going crazy.
Yeah.
You know, they're like, oh man, we got tennis, Coco golf.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You had Serena before.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Venus, all these different Jake women, right?
Yeah.
Some people believe that, you know, some of them ain't women, but hey, I don't get into all that.
Okay, yeah.
You know, but hey, for what it's worth, you know what I'm saying? Our people dominate.
Yeah.
They take over everything.
Domination.
You see? There you go. Go ahead.
Come on. Let us deal wisely with them.
That's what Esau's done today, just like the Pharaoh back in Egypt. Right? We gotta figure out a way to deal with these niggas.
Yeah.
So what did they do? The Tuskegee experiment, smallpox and blankets. These are the things that they've done, and so many other things. The eugenics program of the 1900s.
Yeah.
All these inoculations, all those things. They've been doing that. That's the deal. That's how they've dealt wisely with us. We got to find a way to neutralize them. Right? Go ahead.
Lest they multiply, and it come to pass that when there falling out any war, they join also unto our enemies and fight against us, and so get them up out of the land.
Yep, go ahead. We got to figure out how to get them, how to deal with them, because this could be a bad situation for us. They are stronger than us. How are they grown like this? How is it possible? So let's find out what happened, why this is relevant to what we was reading. Go ahead.
Therefore, they did set over them taskmasters to afflict them with their burdens.
This was in the ancient, in the 1600s when our people was brought here, and in the 1500s before they was putting their foot in the northern kingdom's ass, the conquistadors, and then they brought Judah, Benjamin, Levi here in the 1600s. When this was going on, this was your taskmasters that was in the fields, right? Your actual what do they call them? Well, they was like taskmasters. What do they call the it slips my mind. What they call the men that was over the slaves?
Overseers.
Overseers. Yeah. These were your overseers. These were the overseers. Right? Today, these are the bosses, the big time boss, the ones that you got to report to and go to, and they, you know, you work in overtime and 25 hours overtime, and they taxing your overtime, and you're supposed to get a bonus, and then they tax your bonus and shit like that. This is the same thing.
Never get ahead.
You never can get ahead because it's never set up for you to get ahead. You're a slave. Why would they have their slaves actually rule it? Come on, it makes no sense. Go ahead.
Continue on, and it reads, sent over them taskmasters.
Yep, Esau's birth rate is down.
To afflict them with their burdens.
Go ahead.
And they built for Pharaoh treasure cities.
And how does America built? By the Israelites, they built these treasure cities again here. Yeah. All these cities around Babylon. They built the White House. They built the satanic ass Washington D.C. Yeah, that's a pentagram. Yep. How they made it there, and all kind of wickedness, right? All kind of enchantment, all these demonic ass statues all around, all these different shrines. Our people built all this, right? The children of Israel predominantly built this country. Go ahead.
Yep. It's a built for Pharaoh treasure cities of Pithon and Ramah.
Yep. Pithom and Ramses. Go ahead. So these were during the 16th dynasty. If you're looking up, these were treasure cities. Now our people, probably the contrary, believe they didn't build all of Egypt because they weren't there from the inception of Egypt to the end. But there was a period of 430 years where they built a big portion of the greatness of Egypt. Was Israelites doing that? Israelites. Go ahead.
And the Egyptians made the children of Israel to serve with rigor.
Yeah, they said, hey, hold up. This is how we got to deal with their ass. We got to go hard on them. That's why today you see a lot of Jakes working 3 jobs or more just to try to get by. You see that? That's the norm now. That's the norm. Yeah. Now they doing surveys, and now what $100,000 is about 10 to 12 years ago, which wasn't that long ago when we think about it, what 100K is today was what about 40 to 50,000 was then. Dang. Well, hold on. Well, what happened to the money? It's called inflation, my nigga. Yeah. That's what it is. They inflating your ass. It's called usury. Yeah. That's what it is. That's what a devil do. That's what a a ruler do over you, a cruel oppressor does to you, right? That's what they did then. Go ahead. So they caused them to work with rigor, meaning they came down harder. They made it harder to live. They doing the same thing today.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Children of Israel to serve with rigor, and they made their lives bitter.
And your life here is bitter. America, literally, when you go into the etymology, look into it further,
Yep.
it means bitter. This is bitter because you're in captivity. And for you to be okay with being in captivity, it shows you that you are slow-minded, that you're spiritually retarded.
Yep.
You got to be okay with being in. Don't that shit bother you?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? But it tells us in Jeremiah 2:14, get that real quick, and we'll go right back. It tells us Jeremiah 2:14 how we know the mindset of our people, how they are, because the scriptures tell us. So we only follow what the scriptures say.
Right.
We don't give a damn about what nobody's opinion is. We don't go with what the scriptures say. We don't care. We don't care. They are pressing us still. Man, that's right. And yes, Esau's birth rate is down. That's right, big brother Ariel. Esau, he's not able to procreate like that.
Oh, yeah.
So Esau, that's Deuteronomy 30:7. We know curse is coming back on his ass.
Con.
He ain't able to do that. Right? Go ahead.
Con, the book of Jeremiah, chapter 2, verse 14, and it reads,
Uh-huh.
Is Yasharallah a servant? Is he a homeborn slave? Why is he spoiled?
Yep, you can break it down.
Con, he is asking, is the tribes of Israel, are we meant to be a slave? Is that what people say? Is that our peak?
Right.
Which is not the case, right? No, the one precept says, I've watched servants on horses and kings walk on ground, right?
Yep.
We are in this state because what we brought out earlier, our people have not inclined their ear to listen and hearken unto the Lord, right? Now, when it's flipped, when the Lord come back, the elect is saved, and everything is done in righteousness, we will be back to our rightful steed, which will be kings and princesses, right?
Yep. That's right. To add to you, here you go. Ecclesiastes 10, and I'll start it at verse 5. It says, there's an evil which I have seen under the sun as an error which proceeded from the ruler.
It says the evil is an error. It means it's going on. This isn't of the norm. This is how it's not how it's supposed to be. Go ahead, brother.
Folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in low place. I have seen servants upon horses, and princes walking as servants upon the earth. There you go.
Con, it says it's like an error. It's not how it's supposed to be, right? And
Yep.
it says that. My bad. Can
Yep.
you?
This is Ecclesiastes 10 and 7 again. I have seen servants upon horses, and princes walking as servants upon the earth.
Con, talking about we got people. We rightful steed. We really the kings of the earth. We are the princes of the earth. We're the princesses of the earth, right? But our people are not at that pinnacle no more because we've been going off.
Yep. Yep. And Esau, who really is the servant, is the one ruling over you, showing you how the Most High get down. He put the base man over you, and he got the base man ruling the whole earth. Damn. That should say something when you learn this. You're like, damn, that's kind of crazy. That always should strike a nerve in you. Like, damn, man. Like, it make you feel some type of way. When you see puny ass Esau, what was my man name on The Simpsons?
Homer?
Huh?
Oh, you're talking about
Mr. Burns?
Mr. Burns.
Yeah.
Mr. Burns.
He's
Yeah.
old weak ass. You see that? That's Esau
Yeah.
ruling over your ass.
That's wild.
And you gotta just go with what
What he
Mr.
say.
Burns say.
Yeah.
Con.
Niggas like Elon Musk, demons,
Demons, man.
whatever. You got niggas like the brother always allude to. You got guys like Bill Gates of hell wanting to block the sun.
Yep.
This the type of shit that be in these people's minds.
Like, skinny,
Little puny ass,
puny and
weak ass Edomite.
hunched over.
You see what I'm saying?
Can't be in the sun too long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weak ass Edomite. Recessive genes and shit.
All of that.
You see what I'm saying? Weak ass. But he's ruling though.
Yeah.
You see, that's the most. That's the fury of the Lord. And he said he put the base man, he said, over the earth to rule. He put the low man, the caveman is ruling. The nigga just cut off the hair off his back and the shit in his face, and he put him in a suit.
Yeah.
Con.
But that nigga going back to his old ways.
Yeah,
He going back to being the scoundrel, the scoundrel that he really is.
Yeah.
Con.
The low, demonic, low hanging fruit that he is. Esau ain't shit.
Nah.
And I say that by being nice. Esau ain't shit. We'll keep going, brother.
Con.
Mr. Smithers. That's what it is, Mr. Smithers. Yeah.
Smithers, yeah.
Mr. Smithers.
Con. The book is second Esdras.
I'm gonna put this up right quick.
Slack it.
Yep.
Yep. It said they made their lives bitter with hard bondage and mortar and in brick, and all manner of service in the field. All their service wherein they made them serve was with rigor.
And you see, that's how you know the Northern Kingdom, man, started headed by Issachar, right? And he is higher. He's a strong ass.
Yeah.
Brick and mortar. Who doing that today?
Man.
Shit, it's Issachar, headed by Issachar. Going crazy. Building everything. Any of these houses, they put roofs on stuff, buildings, any kind of structures. These condos, all out here, it'd be Issachar out here building all this stuff, man. You be out here like, damn, Issachar be up there, man. 10 floors up. I done seen Issachar uptown. I used to work up there when I first moved here 14, 15 years ago. Issachar be up there cleaning the windows. 30 stories up cleaning the windows.
This part, man, he's
for $15 an hour.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn.
And getting it done quick and right.
Hell yeah.
And they do it, yeah.
Come on, man. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's Issachar, the brick and the mortar. They the ones doing the work, man. You see? So on one hand, they try to act like, oh, you know, this immigrant thing or whatever, man. Who the hell gonna actually work like that? Let's be for real. Ain't nobody gonna, Esau, lazy ass, definitely ain't gonna get out there and work like that. His sorry ass. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
A little bit more.
Can't wait till I see these little devils get put to death, bro. When I see them. You got it, knock out.
You want a little bit more Exodus?
A little bit more. Wherever the spirit have you stop, you stop.
I got you. This is Exodus.
We'll stop till we get to the point where it starts talking about Moses.
Yep. Exodus 1, verse 15.
Yep.
And the king of Egypt spake to the Hebrew midwives.
Yeah, he came to the midwife and said, hey, look, this is what I want you to do. Because what's going on right now, it ain't working. We got to come up with something else. We're giving them the hard, rigorous work, and they still able to do it. Like, damn. Like, think about it. 400 years of oppression. How was our people able to actually work in the cotton fields and work that hard, work 18-hour days and stuff like that to get through that? So this was going on back there. Hey, we got to come up with something else. This shit ain't working. He said, all right, let's go to another level. Let's see what he did.
Continuing on, to the Hebrew midwives, of which the name of the one was Shipporah, and the name of the other Puah.
Yep.
And he said, when you do the office of a midwife to the Hebrew women.
Yeah, when the women go, when the Israelite women go to have children, go ahead.
And see them upon the stools. If it be a son, then you shall kill him.
Hey, if it's a boy, just kill him. Right? What's that today? Planned Parenthood. That's what they call it. Planned Parenthood. Just kill him. If you got a son, they said this time, just kill him. Now just kill all your kids. It's also in the ancient world, when you go back to Molech, people used to offer their children to Molech when you go look into it. They will offer them up to them. That was also abortion, what is known today as abortion. Planned Parenthood. It's all the same thing. See the same thing going on. Just read between the lines, Jay. Go ahead. It's nothing new under the sun. Go ahead.
But if it be a daughter, then she shall live.
Go ahead. Then she shall live.
But the midwife feared God, out of Yahweh, and did not as the king of Egypt commanded them.
So some of them sisters will have to be coming back now. As believers. Then the other ones that didn't believe then will have to be the ones that will be there. So you had some of our women that actually stood up. That stood up and said, no, hell no. No, I believe in Yahweh. And there's going to be sisters, there's going to be martyrs, like it's going to be some brothers that's going to be martyrs in these last days. Why? Because Revelation the 20th chapter says, I saw the souls that were beheaded for the witness of Yahweh Shah. It ain't limited to a man or limited to just a man because he teach or whatever the case is. That could be the case, right? Or because he believes. But there you go. So you got sisters that's going to stand up and defy Esau today in his last day, because some of them sisters will have to be of the 1/3. Go ahead.
But save the men, children alive.
Yeah, but save the men, children alive. So this was the plan. Let's read a little bit more.
And the king of Egypt called for the midwives and said unto them, why have you done this and have saved the men, children alive?
Yeah, hold on. Didn't I tell you, did not put out a decree? Did I tell y'all to do this? Let's keep reading what happens when you are obedient to the Most High. How he deal with you when you are obedient and you actually have fear of him. Go ahead.
And the midwives said unto Pharaoh, because the Hebrew women are not as the Egyptian women, for they are lively, and are delivered ere the midwives come in unto them. Therefore Moses dealt well with the midwives, and the people multiplied and waxed very mighty.
Because they believed, and because they had faith and they stood for Yahweh Bashim Yamshah. That's the only way the believers as a whole are going to make it out of here, the elect today. You're going to have to actually stand for the Most High. He's not going to have it be no other way. You can't just fake the funk or none of that. You're going to have to actually stand. And it's going to get real dark.
There's going to be people dying for claiming that they're Israelites.
Yep, that's right. You got to be willing to stand up for Yahweh Bashim Yahweh in the face of death. Yahweh said, be faithful unto death and I will give you a crown of life.
Real quick, just make this quick point. You got brothers already, falling out, and things haven't even got all the way to that real hot stage.
It ain't got hard yet.
You know what I'm saying? Even hard.
It ain't got hard yet.
Yeah.
It's going to get hard. Yeah, life in general is hard.
Yeah.
But we talking about where it's dark, where it's completely dark. Well, you don't know when you're gonna get your next meal. You might not eat nothing for 2 or 3 days.
Nah.
You know, you're gonna be just wanting to get some clean water or something if you can. You're gonna be praying to the Lord, waiting on the Most High, when you don't have the answers, because it's gonna be chaos going on everywhere.
That book of Eli.
Hey, so at that time, you're gonna need we're gonna need Yahweh Shem Shah. He said he gonna be there for the elect. So if you, a righteous man's expectation is good things, but an evil man's expectation is bad things. So if you ain't doing what's right, then of course at that time you're gonna be, oh man, you're gonna be thinking about all the motherfucking wickedness you've been doing, and you're gonna be thinking about all the ways and things that could happen to you, you know, because of your wickedness. That's the stuff that people gonna be actually meditating on in those times. All the wickedness they've done, then they're gonna be considering it because they're gonna be looking for answers. How do we know? Because what?
Going east, sea to sea.
Yep, that's the spirit. I was just about to say that. They're gonna be looking for answers. What was the guy say? I know. Well, it's gonna be too late. It's gonna be too motherfucking late. And I gotta say it like that. That's how you gotta talk to our people. It's gonna be too damn late. The time to get it is right now.
Well, the door's still open.
That's right. Why you got freedom, as they think it is, liberty, right? You have liberty. You ain't supposed to use it to be a demon.
Hell no.
To do whatever the hell you want. I'm gonna live my life. No. You hear niggas saying it all the time. You got one life to live. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. We gonna see. We gonna see.
Come back looking like Shamar.
Yeah. Exactly. You're right. damn sure will. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck. Yeah, I know.
Most High will tear a hole in your ass.
Man.
You see what I'm saying? Most High will tear a hole in your ass.
Yeah.
Just gone, man. It's nothing that you can really say. But that's the doing of the Lord. Hey, the scriptures say that he's dreadful among the heathen, but also even amongst our people. Hey, the scriptures say the Most High is great and very terrible. Let me get that. It's in the book of Sirach. The Most High is great. We can't never forget that he's great. People attribute God to being great, but hey, we got to remember he's very terrible. Sirach 43 and 29. It says, see if I want to start up. Yeah, let me start out. Ecclesiasticus 43, Most High showing flexes, showing who he is over and over again. Watch this. Sirach or Ecclesiasticus 43 and verse 25. For therein be strange and wondrous works, variety of all kinds of beasts and wells created. By him the end of them hath prosperous success, and by his word all things consist. We may speak much and yet come short, wherefore in some he is all. How shall we be able to magnify him? For he is great above all his works. Verse 29, the Lord, or the Adawan, is terrible and very great, and marvelous in his power. When ye glorify the Adawan, exalt him as much as you can, for even yet will he far exceed. And when ye exalt him, put forth all your strength, and be not weary, for ye can never go far enough. So it says God, people attribute God to being good all the time. The brother said that before camp. But the Bible just said the Lord is terrible and very great. So what about when his anger comes upon people? What about when he brings his wrath? Well, we can't look past that. We can't look past the fact that God flooded the whole earth, right?
He's perfect.
He's perfect.
He's perfect. He's hands in all things. Like you said, he heals, he wounds, he makes sick. He heals. I got two precepts for you.
Yep, bring it out.
The book of Psalms, chapter 47, verse 2. Yep. For the Lord Most High is terrible. He is a great king over the earth. The Lord is a great king. He is merciful. Yeah,
yes.
Yeah.
Front and back. Yep.
But he's also he's balanced. So just as he's merciful and great, he's also gonna come out and chastise you, just like a father would chastise his son, right? In the book of Hebrews, chapter 10, verse 31. Oh, I got you. It is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power.
Over here too?
Yep. Yeah. You got YouTube, brother?
Yep.
Yeah. You got YouTube, brother?
You get the page.
I'll give you the page after I bring this precept out, all right?
Yep.
It's in Hebrew, so I'm going to type it for you.
Yep.
It is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power.
Yep.
It is a fearful thing to catch that judgment. It is a fearful thing to fall in the hands of the living power.
Yep.
And so the Lord may take the faith from you. The Lord may just off you. You never know, but that's something that's to be feared, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I got you, brother.
And it's a wild thing too, as the brother was just saying.
No, I'm gonna put it in YouTube.
You know, when
What's up? My name is Mom.
Yeah. They off you, and you still got men that's still
Roger, nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Like,
But they ain't doing the works that actually
works.
But still somewhere in their mind got this mindset. You got something?
No.
What's up, Ken?
Yeah, add to the brother Isaiah 45, verse 6 and 7.
Right there.
We'll follow that up. Another one come to mind, Deuteronomy 32. We'll get that one in a second, 39. We'll start with this first. Hey, shalom to our brother Shemgar, Yasha Allah. Hey, Yahweh Shem Yahshua Barakatah to you, and to the brother Kabak Shana, Angel Padilla, Yahweh Shem Yahshua Barakatah. I'm gonna get some of your precepts to brother Bob White. Just stay tuned, brother.
Catch on. Next question over that.
Yeah, Isaiah 45. Hey, Bob Shaka, verse 5.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, okay. Isaiah 45. Dang, I'm gonna start verse 4.
Go ahead, you got it. Matter of fact, you can break it down.
This is Isaiah chapter 45.
Shit, I might bring it.
And verse man,
Okay, let me get you right real quick.
verse 3.
Yeah,
I will give you the
or you can start
treasure.
from the top if you want to.
Yeah, let's start from the top. Isaiah 45, verse 1.
Uh-huh.
It's so heavy, so. It said, thus said there Yahweh to his anointed, to Cyrus, whose right hand I am holding to subdue nations before him. And I will loose the loins of kings to open before him the two lead gates, and the gate shall not be shut.
Uh-huh.
All right, so now real quick, we see that the Most High uses heathen, for his own will. All right, because the Most High controls both sides, right and left.
Yep.
But then quick point, I will go before thee and make the crooked places straight. I will break in pieces the gates of brass and cut in sunder the bars of iron. And I will give thee the treasure of darkness and hidden riches of secret places, that thou mayest know that I, the Yahweh, which called thee by thy name, am the power of Israel. All right, and these hidden, treasures, it goes to what, that depth of riches.
Yep.
All right, things that a lot of people cannot see. That's why being part of this truth is called also the secret places. Right.
Yep.
Verse 4, for Jacob my servant's sake, and Israel, Yasharallah mine elect, I have even called thee by thy name. I have surnamed thee, though thou hast not known me. All right. So once again, for a period of time, 350 years, for a time and a divine time, we was without the knowledge of our power. I am the Yahweh, and there is none else. There is no God beside me. I girded thee, though thou hast not known me. All right. So real quick, make this quick point once again. Yahweh controls all things. All right, everything is drawn up, planned out. However you want to say it, written out, and everyone got a lot to fulfill. Even his own son, Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai said, "What? I come not do my own will, but the will he said, but the will of him that sent me." That they may know from the rising of the sun and from the west that there is none beside me. I am the Yahweh, and there is none else. So this once again, the Most High doubling down that he's the, he reigns supreme. He stands alone. All right. Once again, everyone else carries out his wills. I am the light. Let me reverse this again. That they may know from the rising of the sun and from the west. Here's what you call for it. That there is none beside me. I am the Yahweh, and there is none else.
Yep. The Most High stands alone. He's the sovereign Lord. He's Yahweh, and there is none else. That's why I always like to make the point that Yahweh Shah said there's none good but the Father. He was showing that he's supreme. You got people saying today in Christianity that Yahweh Shah is God or the Most High. No, he stands alone.
He stands alone, man.
That's why he gave reverence to the Most High. At all times and always. And he never said that he was the Most High. Nope. He said he was the Son of the Most High, which he was.
God. There's a book of Deuteronomy chapter 32 verse 39, and it reads, see now that I, even I, am he.
The Most High is he, right? I always like to say that, hey, he's him, he's himothy. Ain't nobody with the Most High. He's really him. He really like that. Yeah, that's right.
That's right.
That's right. Go ahead. The Most High say, I'm he. I'm him. Go ahead.
And there is no God with me.
Ain't nobody with him. He alone. He stands alone. Go ahead.
I kill and I make alive.
So when somebody get put to death, well, that'd be the will of the Most High. Give me Psalm 68 and 20. Baba Kushai, go ahead. I kill. He said, I kill, and I do what?
I make alive.
So when newborn, or when children come into the earth, or as people know them to be newborn souls, which those souls will come back when they come into the earth. But that's the Most High one. That's him making them alive, allowing life to come into the earth. So he kills, and he also allows life to flourish and come forth in the earth. Right. Really to bring judgment on people, to bring them back to get the judgment. Because hey, the Most High said, and this is heavy how he did it. Hold that real quick. Since you got that there, you can put the arrow back. Go to Exodus 20 and 3 real quick. Yep. Now read that again, because it's something that comes to mind about the Most High by him reminding us, I kill, I make alive.
Right. The book of Deuteronomy chapter 32 verse 39, and it reads,
your boy back. He's back.
That dude, man.
Come back. He came back. He's going to come back. Go ahead. This is a scoffer, man. He's a funny guy. Go ahead.
See now that I, even I am he,
The Most High said, I am he, I'm him. Go ahead.
Yeah.
and there is no power with me.
There's no God with me. He stands alone. So for all you Christians and all you naysayers and all you scoffers, they like to get on the comment board,
Yeah.
God and his son are not the same. They're not the same person.
Nope.
The same entity. They're two different spirits. Go ahead.
God, I kill and I make alive.
And our God, he calls out and gives death warrants from the heavens. He kill and he make alive. How does he do that? He tell the angels to go do whatever he wants to be done.
Absolutely.
And they go do it perfectly.
God,
Go ahead.
His own son too, man. Yeah.
I wound and I heal.
So if you have certain ailments, because the Most High wanted you to have it. And you just read in the Bible. There's plenty of men that had different ailments in the scriptures.
Yeah.
The Most High wanted you to have it. That's
God.
judgment for whatever it is. He wound and he healed. Go ahead.
God, neither is there any that can deliver out my hand.
And you can't change what the Most High has already ordained, because he already ordained it.
God.
Right? Now bring that for me, Baba Kushan.
Yeah.
Because something important about the Most High showing when he said, I am he, I am him. Right? I kill, I make alive. It's something very important about that. You got it out there.
Exodus 20 and verse 3.
Uh-huh.
Thou shalt have no other gods before me.
We got to remember, the Most High said he's the only God, and we can't have no other gods before him.
That's right.
Let's keep reading.
Verse 4. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath,
Yep.
or that is in the water under the earth.
Yep. So you ain't supposed to make any graven images, right?
That's right.
It's something that's very important. Let's keep reading. Why is that important to the Most High?
Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them.
You ain't supposed to serve none of these images, none of these ideologies, or none of that, but
Right.
the Most High God. Don't serve, don't bow down to serve them. Go ahead.
No, serve them, for I, the Yahweh thy power, am a jealous power.
We got to remember, God is actually jealous. God is a jealous God, right? So to acknowledge another God would mean that, well, then you're not acknowledging him. What you're doing is saying, well, maybe there is another God. To even acknowledge another God, we ain't even really, if we do it for teaching reasons, but we ain't supposed to even say their names, the scriptures say.
God.
Don't even say the names of these other gods. Don't even acknowledge them, but it tells us don't bow down to worship. What is niggas is doing? Bow down to worshiping
Man.
rock.
all these different.
Yeah.
That's what Jake is doing.
Yeah.
Go to Saudi Arabia and bow down to that,
that rock.
stone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the last time they did that, they had the every year they do the pilgrimage. I think it was like 3,000 or 4,000 people died because it was so hot. They made the pilgrimage anyway, and like 4,000 people died during it. See, so where was their God at then?
Straight kill shot.
And that was supposed to be like that's a holy time, right?
Yeah.
You know, and like 3,000 to 4,000 died. See, that's beautiful. Go ahead.
Yahweh thy power, am a jealous power, visit iniquity of the fathers
Here it goes.
upon the children to the third and fourth generation of them that hate me.
So if you don't want to serve the Most High, as it says in Jeremiah, the 4th chapter, the 22nd verse, right? Our people are sottish, they're foolish and all that, right? They haven't served him. He said, if you don't serve him, imagine this. God said, I'm gonna get you back in the third or fourth generation. If I don't get you now, I'm gonna get you back when you come back. I didn't get you as Solomon, but I got you as Yahweh Shai. See how that worked?
Yeah.
And on down, so on and so forth. If I don't get you in this life, I'm gonna get you in the next one.
man.
I'm gonna get you in the. I'm gonna wait to the third or fourth, because it tells you in Ezekiel 18 that the son don't pay, the children don't pay for the sins of the father. So if I don't get you now, I'm gonna get you later. As the brother was saying, it brought that to mind. If I don't get you now, I'm gonna get you later. So a lot of the 2/3 gonna be born back, gonna have to come back through the righteous, but their judgment gonna be they're gonna have to die on this side, right? Now, is there mercy? Yeah. This is how merciful the Most High is. Most High is so merciful. We got family members and people that are not of the elect, whose names ain't written in the book of life, that are dying all the time.
Yeah.
That are gonna come back through the righteous. That's actually mercy.
God, yeah.
When you read Isaiah 57 verses 1 through 3, that's actually mercy according to the Bible. When you read that verse and others, that's mercy.
Right.
But the Most High said, if you're doing wickedness and you don't want to serve me, I'm gonna get you back in the third or fourth generation. Imagine that. That's something to think on. We can go back to where these brothers lighting it up. We get a few of these. Spirit done shipped and jumped and moved. Spirit to do that, just jump. Yeah. Whoa. So now how we even get here? We don't even know. Abe, we see you back, baby. We see you back, Abe. Froman, we understand, man. You was getting that work last time, and I knew you had to come back. You can't gainsay nor what, brothers?
Resist.
Yeah, he was on the comment board. He dropped about 50 comments last time, trying to make his point. We see you back, my man. We see you back, and we understand. We know that you're an Edomite, and that salvation ain't for you.
That's right.
And there's nothing that you can do to change that, my man.
Nothing, man.
It's nothing you can do. You know what I'm saying? The Most High not dealing with you, and he's not working with you. So really, you here in vain. I would tell Abe, man, just get off the channel before you embarrass yourself, and just type in IUIC or ISUPK, go over there and watch some of their videos,
Or,
right?
GOCC.
Yeah,
like,
GOCC.
They really would accept you
Yeah,
over there.
I want to see them over there so he really get like a pack of hyenas jump on him. But look, yeah, go over there and try to fight it out with them guys. Yeah, go to GOCC if you want to, if you want to try to find your way in the covenant. Go. It's called the Gathering of Christ Church is what they call GOCC. Go over there and you might find some favor over there, and you might be able to go and actually get to have dialogue with those guys, and they might actually try to accept you if you just say that you so-called believe in who the world called Jesus. They might just accept you and give you a hug. They might even invite you out. They might even y'all might can even do Thanksgiving together or something like that. I don't know. I don't know what all they doing.
right.
You know, y'all can hang out or something. Go to the park together. But you ain't gonna get no love over here. You thou says you an Edomite, so you're done.
Yep.
Amos 61. Woe to them that are at ease in Zion and trust in the mountains of Samaria, which are named chief of the nations, to whom the house of Israel came. That's right. And the chief of the nations today is Babylon the Great, America.
That's
Right. So woe to them that are at ease among our people, that are comfortable in Babylon. That's a bad thing. Whoever got Isaiah 32 and 9.
Let me see where we at. God, the book of Isaiah chapter 32 verse 9, it reads, rise up, ye women that are at ease, hear my voice, ye kill his daughters, give unto my speech. He's going to the women that are at ease as
Trying to find a way in. You trying to find a way. So Lucky, go ahead, brother.
Yeah, you get up.
Yeah. We just monitor this comment board. This is crazy. It's funny. Go ahead.
The book of Isaiah chapter 32 verse 9, rise up, ye women that are at ease, hear my voice, ye kill his daughters, give ear unto my speech. Just targeting the women. You know, the women out here are in a matriarchy, so they're held up to the highest degree. Even if they're for whoredom or whatever they do, they are celebrated, right? But that doesn't work with Yahweh Yahushua. He don't give a damn about that. He don't give a damn how pretty you are. He don't give a damn how much money you have, right? So it's telling you, you woman at ease, hear up and hear this word. There's gonna come a time where the stuff that is here to protect you is not gonna be here.
Yep.
And all you simp ass niggas, and I gotta say it that way, all you simp ass Israelites of all the tribes, right? You low life Israelites that believe in that Jahim, you gotta put your woman first spirit and all of that. You know what I'm saying? All you dudes like the Most High is gonna kill you, right? A lot of you dudes like that are in that Christianized spirit here in Babylon. You know, a lot of them cut their hair off their face. You know, they go to the church. It's only like about 15% of males even in these churches.
Oh yeah.
15, maybe 20%, depending on the church, of men in the churches. It's really moles.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It's moles and a lot of hoes in there in the churches. And so a lot of our women that are there, a lot of these men, they are those guys that are the biggest simps.
Absolutely.
Them the biggest losers. Lord gonna kill a lot of these rejects, but a lot of men done left the church and don't believe in it anyway.
Yeah.
That's why they got the woman in there dominating. Another reason why women think she's like be the matriarchy of the family and all that, because Big Mama and all them be the ones that been in the church for 45 years.
Yeah.
They be the ones in there.
Yeah.
And so everybody looked to them for spiritual guidance. Well, Big Mama, she real religious, she real spiritual and all that. You see what I'm saying? Big Mama been doing all kind of wickedness. She been doing all kind of evil, wiping her mouth as if she's done no wickedness. You see what I'm saying?
That's why I'm trying to see Big Mama activated. You know what I'm saying? Because like any other times, like them do no exercise, but when they go to church, they be jumping.
They be
shit.
all over it.
You know what I'm saying?
All over it. Ankles all big and shit.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
I'll never forget, man, one of the times I was really young, we was at church. I said, Mom, why aren't you twerking in church? I said, what you know how they be
Yeah.
They got the Holy Ghost
Twerking in
started
church, they twerking, yeah.
and acting like
Going crazy, running around, falling.
Falling.
It's all a big show, man. It's sad. You see what I'm saying? The unholy ghost being on people when they start saying all that robbing the shop of the hobble stuff.
Yeah.
Well, hold up. Don't you supposed to translate that? Come on, man. You see how wicked our the scriptures make it clear. It's like, yeah. Our people are just evil, man.
Evil as hell.
and not only evil, just fucking stupid.
Stupid as hell too. Very stupid.
It's dumb.
The Lord called them out many times. Like, y'all really. He said, our people are dumb as hell. That's how you gonna know them.
Yeah.
You don't see Esau doing that in predominantly his churches. You don't see Moab doing it. You don't see the Ishmaelites, the Arabs. You don't see these other nations doing it. It'd be our people doing that. They'd be them doing this, doing all this tomfoolery and fake shit in the church. Just the way they promote that.
Mime dancing and that shit.
Man, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. Jake just really like entertainment. You don't know, you simply assume. Okay, we're not gonna tell you nothing about Deuteronomy. You already done dealt with you. We cut you up.
Yeah.
We cut you up, right? You was right about one thing, and you was feeling yourself, and you realized that, hey, look, man, it's not about all that. You know,
Explain the curses.
Explain the curses that you are under. We're not gonna explain nothing to you. We ain't gonna explain nothing to you. We don't got nothing to explain to you, Abe. You are Edomite. We don't have to explain a damn thing to no Edomite. We will explain to you that your ass is going into slavery. We're going to explain that to you, buddy. We'll get a few more of these precepts, and before we get out of here, we're going to explain that you're going into slavery. We want to leave that with you because we don't want you to come over here. Once again, go to GOCC. Go over there, man. Leave us alone, bro. You know what I'm saying? Go over there. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead. We'll get a few more.
Daniel 9 and verse 4.
Yep.
And I prayed unto the Yahweh my power, and made my confession and said, O Yahweh, the great and dreadful power, keeping the covenant and mercy to them that love him, and to them that keep his commandments. All right. And the one that we fear Yahweh Shemel Shai will be the elect today.
Yep.
All right. So we go into, I believe, Sirach, was it 1? Wrong, was it 8? Bible Shah, can you find it?
I got you. Let me bring it up for you. I got you.
Where it says that the fear is in the elect.
This
I'm grafted in the elect, if I'm not mistaken. Read it real quick.
1 and 8.
Should be Sirach 1. Start it. Let's see.
There is one wise and is greatly to be feared.
Let's see. Verse 14. Start 13.
The book of Sirach, chapter 1, verse 14, and it reads.
13.
That's like it. 13, and it reads, whoso feareth Ha'adawan, it shall go well with him. At the least, ye shall find a favor in the day of death. To fear Ha'adawan is beginning of wisdom, and is created with a faithful in the womb.
We're created faithful in the womb, so having faith is a gift. All right, that's why you got a lot of people today just spreading out all types of madness because they wasn't gifted with that the fear. All right, they'll say that loving the Lord, which is good to love, but they don't understand that the Most High requires what fear first too, man. Okay.
That's
right. That's right. That's why you see them chains in the chat for you, Abe. That's for you.
Yeah.
Abe, that's for you. Them chains, y'all brothers, put them chains in the chat for Abe. He's back, but we gotta let him know, hey, that's for him. The chains is for you, Abe. There's no way you can get around it. Thou says, you said you was an Edomite. It's over for you, bro.
Hey yo, to the brother Naya, hey, I like that. He said you banked it in one shot, but this is a 4-quarter game, Esau.
Yeah. Esau trying to find a way to slither in. You can't do that. Because see, it's not about that. We're not even out here on that. We out here on, well, hey, we promoting what's right. And when something is off or wrong, we correct it, and then we just go to what the scriptures are saying. They ain't gonna go by the scriptures. We try to do that with him. We did it for an hour almost. He's not gonna hear it. We understand he said he's an Edomite, and he wants to find a way in the covenant. And you can't do that. It's not us. It's not a us thing. It's a Yahweh Bashim Yahushua thing. Yep. So them chains are for you. Now, beautiful. The Most High said that. Ezekiel 18 and 19. Yet this is the precept to go what we brought out. Ezekiel 18 and 19. Yet say ye, why doth not the Father bear the iniquity? Why doth not the Son bear the iniquity of the Father? When the Son have done that which is lawful and right, and kept all my statutes, and have done them, he shall surely live. So there you go. You don't pay for the sins of your literal fathers. Now we are under curses. When you read Deuteronomy 28, Leviticus 26, but we don't pay for the literal sins of our fathers. We pay those curses that we're under was for all the wickedness Israel did when the Most High just brought judgment down. So that's continuous judgments that's coming to our people that are back in the flesh living today in the earth. That's also for a sign of who the Israelites will be today. That's another reason why the curses are on us. It's a sign of our people being rebellious to be under those curses. So that's another reasoning behind that. Yep, you about to say something?
No.
I'm about to bring out the precepts.
Yep, you can bring it.
The book of 2 Peter, chapter 1, verse 20, and it reads, knowing this first, that no prophecy of the scripture is of any interpretation. You can't make up your own. You can't make up your own doctrine to this word. What it says is what it says, man. If you can't understand it, for you to break it down, that's just because the Lord has to give you spirit. But you can't make up your own thing, man. There's no proper interpretation to anything in this book.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Abe, what you can't do, men like you, or guys like Vocab Malone, or none of these other so-called Christian apologists, or wannabe Israelites, or whatever, you can't make yourself be of the elect or be an Israelite. You can't do that. And if you're an Israelite, you can't make yourself not be an Israelite. You can't say, man, I don't want to be an Israelite no more. You're still an Israelite, but you probably one that's just gonna have to die and then come back. Yeah. And then when you come back, you're gonna be in your right mind, because clearly you damn sure ain't in your right mind if you don't want to be an Israelite. If you don't want to accept this word, you're not in your right mind. Because it tells real quick, Romans 3 and 3. Here's why learning you're an Israelite is something that here's the importance of being an Israelite here in the last days. It's a very important thing. Why those curses are on those particular people, our people, the 12 tribes. Why are the curses on them? So the elect will wake up amongst the dead and come back to life and receive the promises. So that's in the scriptures. That's got to apply to 1/3 of God's people. So if you don't think that you could be of 1/3 of God's people, that shows something is wrong with you if you don't want to be. Let's find out why.
Con, this is the book of Romans, chapter 3, verse 3, and it reads, "For what if some did not believe?"
Matter of fact, Mr. Lockett started 1.
Con, the book of Romans, chapter 3, verse 1, and it reads, "What advantage have the Jew or the prophet is there of the circumcision?"
Yeah, what advantage then is there in being an Israelite? It says a Jew, and what profit is there in circumcision? So for the believers to return, there's a great profit, there's a great benefit to returning to the commandments and having faith again. Coming back to who you are, it's great profit in there. What profit it says? Let's find out what the profit is.
Con, the book of Romans, chapter 3, verse 2, and it reads, "Much every way, chiefly Slacky, that unto them were committed the oracles of the power."
It said much in every way. You got every benefit. You got every advantage being an Israelite. So you not wanting to be an Israelite, be who you are, you Jasons like that, you out of your mind. You out of your cotton picking mind.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying?
Con.
You out of your cotton picking mind. Meaning you still in slavery, Jack, if you think like that. I don't want to do that. I don't got to be no Israelite. I'm tired of hearing about the Israelites, whatever. Well, it just told us you got every advantage being an Israelite. Returning, being a part of the circumcision. Go ahead.
Con, for what if some did not believe?
But what about those Israelites that don't believe? Well, it tells you 2 Ezra 15 and verse 4, all the unfaithful are going to do what? You about to get it? Go die in their unfaithfulness.
I got you.
That's right. So that's really the reward for not believing. But to them, chiefly, it says all the promises, all the blessings, Romans 9, is what is going to come to the believers for returning and believing. So if you don't want to be a part of that, something ain't connected. Go ahead.
God shall make the unbelief, make the faith of the power without effect.
Go ahead.
Power forbid, yea. Let the power be true.
Let God be true, and God's going to be found true in his men.
That's right.
That's how you're going to know that God is true, because he made the promise to his men.
God.
To those men, women, and children. 1/3, God is going to be made true by seeing the elect actually receive the promises. Go ahead.
God. But every man a liar.
And everybody else is contrary to the scriptures. You're going to be found to be liars.
God. As it is written, that thou mightest be justified in thy sayings, and mightest overcome when thou art judged.
That's right. The elect going to be justified by the justifier, which is Yahweh,
God.
through his son Yahweh Shai. The elect going to be justified. The rest of you jakes is not going to be justified, because you're wicked, and the Most High want to get you, right?
You got that.
The 2 Ezra 15. This is the book of 2 Ezra 15, chapter 15, verse 3. Yeah. Fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. We're not going to let people like you, or people that have no faith, trouble you, right? You're going to keep pushing, right? Because this is why. This is the fourth verse of 2 Ezra chapter 15. For all the unfaithful shall die in the unfaithfulness. That's not that you got to dissect or break down. If you're unfaithful, you're just going to die in unfaithfulness. It's not going to, it's like the one monkey ain't going to stop the show from going, right?
Nope.
It ain't going to stop from what's going to happen, meant to happen. Because it also says the Lord is a man that he shall not lie. If the Lord said it's going to happen, just because you don't believe it, don't mean it's not going to happen. It's still going to happen. You're just going to die in unfaithfulness.
Yep. That's right. That's right.
Yeah. I'm going to grab this real quick from the brother Yowanathan. Romans 9 and verse 4. Who are Israelites? All right, just laying back off of, Romans 3 and verse 1. To whom pertain the adoption, when you go to the word adoption, just the etymology, that words mean choose or chosen. And the glory and the covenants and the giving of the law and the service of the one Yahweh and the promises. All right, once again, laying back off what? Having the advantages, okay? Whose are the fathers, and whom as concerning the flesh, Hamashiach came, who is over all, God bless forever, Amen. All right, go to where Amen means so be true.
Khan, the book of Amos, chapter 3, verse 1. Hear this word that Yahweh has spoken against you, O children of Israel. Again, this is not for the Moabites. It's not for the Edomites. It's not for the Cushites. It's not for the Medes. It's for the Israelites.
And did you just hear that, Abe Salakia? It's not for the Edomites. The brother just told you it's not for the Edomites.
Yeah, let me bring it out again.
There's nothing that you can do, man. There's nothing you can do. You keep going like the Energizer Bunny, but there's nothing you can do. Did you just hear the young king say that? It's gonna be one of your future slave owners right here,
Yeah.
right? Did you just hear that from your future slave owner?
That's right.
It's not for the Israelites, right?
It is for the Israelites. It's not for the
It's not
Edomites.
nonsense. Second, I'll say something useful. This is not nonsense. We're gonna end it. We're going to end the camp off here in a second
Yeah.
by showing you that what's going to happen to you. That's not nonsense. It's actually prophetic. And we're supposed to tell the heathen these things.
Anything else outside of an Israelite, any other ite, it ain't for you.
It ain't for you.
God.
If you any of these outside of number 1 on this list,
You know them ites.
any of these ites, it's not for you. Genesis,
God.
the 10th chapter. If you anything else outside of number 1, you see number 1 right there? Numero uno?
Yeah.
Hey, Jay-Z said you can't go higher than 1. If you ain't 1, then you last. If you ain't first, you last. You see what I'm saying? Second place is the first loser. So all these are losers on here outside of 1. And only 2/3 of the number 1 is going to make it. So we're here to tell you that 2/3 of you jakes are losers too. So that's what's coming. And
God.
that's prophecy, and that's the word of God, and that's it, and that's all.
God. I'm going to read it again just in case so you can hear
Yeah.
it. Amos 3:1.
This for you, Abe.
Hear this word that the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel. This is the Lord is speaking to the children of Israel, not the Edomites, not the Moabites. And here's the thing. Here's what it really lies down to.
No other ites.
Abe, if you have an issue with what we're saying, you don't have an issue with us, you got an issue with God. So if you can't reside with it, it's not your hatred not toward us. It's with God, because
Yep.
you're reading out the Bible.
Yep.
So you need to look inward for yourself, man. But you're an Edomite, so it's not going to be there for you, right? Against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, again, talking to the Israelites, no other ites. You only have I known of the families of the earth. There's no other. Oh, the Israelites are the true children of the Lord. He said that's the only family that they know on the earth. His other precept says the other nations are like spittle to him.
Yep.
Spittle is dehydrated spit. You don't have enough water in your body to really spit. That's what the other nations are to the Lord, right? Therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities, and that's why we are in the way that we are, because we are truly the children of the Lord. So that He will chastise us like you will chastise your son. But you're not going to chastise the whole math class; they all fail, just your son. But it's because we are the true family to the Lord, not anybody else.
Yep.
Grab number 2 as well.
Time. The book of Baruch, chapter 4, verse 4. O Israel, happy are we, for things that are pleasing to the power are made known to us. Again, doubling down. Israel, the Israelites are made is known for us. We is made for us to know, not made for everyone else in this world to know. Because that's the case, it would say everybody, not Israel. Keep pointing out Israel because it's Israel.
Yep.
Baruch 4 and 5. Be of a good cheer, my people, the memorial of Israel. Again, doubling down the fact that Israel is the people of the Lord.
Yep.
And be of good cheer. We have good cheer because we are who we are. We could be Edomites. And we could be fucked out of all hell, man.
Yep.
But we are not. We are blessed. We are given a fighter's chance. Especially the Lord has given the spirit to understand and hearken and listen to this word.
Yep. And that's the main thing. The brother Hananya said it perfectly right here. Right? Abe, you want us to read our book that was meant for us and only the Israelites to understand. You want us to try to read what applies to us and try to make you get understanding to something that's only for us. And we read it to you last time. We went over it in Daniel 12 and 10. None of the wicked is going to understand. Yeah. So if you're an Edomite, you will be of those that will be the children of the wicked. You're not going to be able to understand. That's why you buck up against it. And we went through all those scriptures, 20 to 30 scriptures, going into who salvation was for and all that. You still, not one of those scriptures did you ever, oh, that's wrong, that's off, this is this. Because they was all, and we made sure we went out the New Testament too. Majority of those, out of those probably 20 plus scriptures, a good 15 to 20 of them, if it was 20, 25, was out of the New Testament. Yeah. Because we know that you fake ass Christians like to try to run there and try to say, oh, that's the Old Testament. We already know that. We done dealt with y'all. And you couldn't gainsay nor resist. You couldn't dispute it. You couldn't say that it was a lie or none of that. Because this comes out the scriptures. The Bible is only for the Israelites. You can't change that, man. There's nothing you can do.
It's not
right?
about skin color either, dude.
And yeah, it's not about, and we showed you that. It's nothing about skin color.
We took care of it last week. Come on, man.
We took care of that. So it's nothing for you. We ain't got nothing for you. But what we do got is some scriptures for you to let you know what time it is, to tell you your judgment. Because last time, we didn't get into what your judgment going to be for being an Edomite. And for you being a scoffer, we know it's a terrible death waiting for you because you can't repent. We showed you that last time.
Yes, we did.
Esau found no place of repentance. Hebrews 12 and 16. We brought these scriptures out. That you kept babbling and running on, thinking that you was being cool and being cute by, oh, I'm not saying what you were saying, but you wasn't dealing with the scriptures. You're an Edomite, you're not going to deal with the scriptures, right? The brother just said it. You actually hate the Most High. You got a problem with God. Job 28 and 28, and unto men, it says, and unto men he said, behold, the fear of the Adawan, that is wisdom. and to depart from evil is understanding. That's right. And you Edomites are wicked and the evil because it tells you, give me anybody Ecclesiastes 1 and 15. This is one of the reasons why you Edomites can't depart from evil. It's the Most High. It's methodology to this. It's a method to the madness. He set it up a certain way, and there's nothing you could do to change what he wanted to be. There's nothing you could do.
Nothing.
You just can be an Edomite. That's what you are. You were created to be. The devil, a deceiver. That's your lot. That's your job.
Yeah, this is the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 1 and verse 15.
Uh-huh.
That which is crooked cannot be made straight, and that which is wanting cannot be numbered.
That's right. So that which is crooked cannot be made straight. So you can't change something the Most High said that he made to be a certain way. Right? You can't change what the Most High ordained from the foundation of the world to be opposite of what the Most High made it to be. Let me double down on that and show you. Right? This is Isaiah 27 and 1. In that day, the Lord Yahweh, with his sword and great, it says, in strong sword, shall punish Leviathan, the piercing serpent, even Leviathan, that crooked serpent, and he shall slay the dragon that is in the sea. Now, it talks about, when you go throughout the scriptures, it talks about the crooked serpent. And it talks about Leviathan, but it also talks about another serpent, like the serpent that was in the garden. Let's read more about that serpent that was in the garden. I brought that precept. Here goes another one. This is, so that crooked serpent, another one is Esau. Another crooked serpent is Esau. Yeah, you got Leviathan, but you also have Esau. Job 26 and 13. Here goes another precept showing you who that crooked serpent is. This is you, Esau. Job 26 and 13. By his spirit he hath garnished the heavens, and it says, and his hand hath formed the crooked serpent. So you got the crooked serpent going back to the garden when you go back to Genesis, right. The 4th chapter. That was the serpent that was actually deceiving Eve. It wasn't a snake that was talking to a woman. It was one of the line of the wicked who's likened unto a serpent. So you're a crooked serpent. What's crooked cannot be made straight. You can't receive it.
Yep.
This ain't for the wicked. None of the wicked's gonna understand. So we will be wasting our time to do it, but what we are gonna do is show what your judgment gonna be.
I got something for you.
Yep, bring it out. We're gonna get the judgment. We're gonna get up out of here.
Before I do that, I want to also back up the brother. I'm going to paraphrase it. It says, the wisdom without stay in the malicious soul. Because again, it's not for the wicked. There's the book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 18, and it reads, in the house of Jacob shall be a fire, in the house of Joseph a flame. And that Joseph is referring to the northern tribe, right?
Yep.
And the house, the northern tribe, and the house of Esau for a stubble. And they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord, not us, for the Lord has spoken it. There's going to come a time where we're going to come back and come back to fight together, and they're going to be destroyed. We're going to burn up Esau.
Bible could try back that up. Grab Isaiah 63 and verse 1 real swift.
Yep, that's a good one.
And I'm gonna grab this. You got something other?
Yeah, well, we're gonna just get the all whatever comes in the spirit. So explain that, Abe. Explain that. Explain. It says the house of Esau. There won't be none remaining of the house of Esau. Explain that, Abe. Explain that. You got some explaining to do, Esau. It says there's not gonna be none remaining of the house of Esau. Explain that, Abe. Explain that. Y'all brothers got it.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 63, verse 1.
We're waiting.
Who is this that coming from Edom with dyed garments from Basra? This is the that is glorious in apparel, traveling in greatness of his strength. I speak in righteousness, mighty to save. Wherefore art thou red in thine apparel, and thy garments like him that treadeth in wine fat? I have tried in the winepress alone, and of the people there are none with me. I will tread them in mine anger and trample them in my fury. And the blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I will stain all my raiment.
Yep, and real quick, this is going into, Yahweh Shai. All right, this is Yahweh Shai coming to literally slay, the top heathen, which is Esau Edom.
Yep.
All right, so that's what he comes to do, to bring down this wicked empire. Okay.
Yep.
When we go into it, should be Revelation, was it 19 or was it 11? We're going King of Kings and Lords of Lords.
Tom.
Yep.
Oh, the Lord of Lord, Kings of Kings.
Yeah.
I got some precepts for you.
You got a precept? Go ahead.
You got it.
Go ahead, you got it. Going to Joel 3, you already know what that's going to. Not only the Lord's going to come and destroy you, but when you guys come back for the period of time that you guys have, because you're going to be here after that, is this. The book of Joel, chapter 3. Let's go down to, let's start at Slocky.
You good?
Let's start at 8. Matter of fact, I'm going to start at 7. The book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 7 reads, Behold, I will raise them out of the place whither ye have sold them, and I will return your recompense upon your own head, and I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hand of the children of Judah, and they shall sell them to the Chaldeans, to the people afar off, and how Adonai Yahweh has spoken it.
Oh, yeah.
Going to the fact that they're going to sell your kids, right? Going to slavery. But instead of me breaking it down, I'll break it down with another precept. We go to Revelation 13 and 10. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 10.
To death real quick.
And it reads, He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
You hear that, Abe?
Again, Revelation 13 and 10. He that leadeth in captivity shall go into captivity. So I ask you this question, who led who into captivity?
That's right.
He that kills with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here's the patience and the faith of the saints, right? Let's go to Numbers.
Bring it out.
Bring it out.
And I'm actually going to answer that question too. So I'm glad you put that up about the ark. I'm glad you put that up.
Let's go to Numbers. The book of Numbers, chapter 35, verse 33, to answer to break down the last one.
Yep.
So ye shall not pollute the land where ye are, for blood it defiled the land. Our people have been murdered, countless between all the tribes, the so-called Native Americans, the so-called African Americans, and the so-called Hispanics. We've been murdered. We've been hung. We got people in the Caribbeans where y'all freak asses were doing butt breaking and murdering people. All this stuff, that land is defiled, right?
Yep.
And the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. Again, going back to what we just said, right? Him who killed with a sword must be killed with a sword. So doubling back, they're going to be killed with a sword and put in captivity because that's what they did to us. And we can go on and go on about more precepts.
Yep.
But
so that shows you, right?
That's right.
So that shows you right there. He says, so according to you, God, the Most High, created men only to destroy. We all came from the ark, one family. Well, the thing you got to remember about the ark, and we go to Genesis, the 6th chapter, the thing you got to remember about the ark is that, and we'll get to the point, the thing we got to remember about the ark, matter of fact, we'll start from the top and we'll go down to the point. The thing you got to remember about the ark is that the righteous line is who was preserved. The righteous line was preserved.
Right.
That's who the Most High was concerned with. And that's who he's concerned with now. That's why he said the days and the coming of Yahweh Shai is going to be like the days of Noah. That one of the reasons why that parallels there in the scriptures is because he's only coming for the righteous line now, right? That's the reason why. And somebody hold for me. Also, you got one you hold? You can get for me the one of my favorites. You're going to like this one, Abe. You're going to like this one a lot. Give me Luke 1, start at 68 through 74. You're going to really like this one. Right? So that's something to remember about the ark. Let's start with the ark because he was speaking about the ark, right?
God.
Let's explain something about the ark.
Start at 1.
Right? Go ahead.
We'll start at 1.
We'll start at 1.
The book of Genesis, chapter 6, verse 1, and it reads, And it came to pass, when men became to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were born unto them, that the sons of the power saw the daughters of men.
Yep, so you had the regular people on the earth, the sons of men, and then you had the sons of God, which are the Israelites, right? Go ahead.
The daughters of men, that they were fair. They took them wives of all which they chose.
So what happened was the Israelite men started to just go in unto the other nations' women and start popping and procreating with them. Right? Okay. Now, the scriptures tell us, although that's not altogether some grave evil or the worst thing in the world, but it caused a lot of confusion.
Right.
Right? Because what happened was the offspring of those children were raised by their mothers, and as they was raised by their mothers, they were taking on the customs of the other nations. So that caused more confusion. Also, in the book of Nehemiah spoke about how they spoke, a lot of them couldn't even speak the Hebrew language no more. Because what is their mother going to teach them? The Hebrew language? A language that she might not even have known. Or is she going to teach her language in Chinese or Japanese, whatever they were speaking? She going to teach them the customs of her people or the customs of the Israelites? You see, so that caused confusion. So the Lord said, when you do this, it's going to cause more problems. So this is what this is talking about. Go ahead.
And how Adonai Yahweh, the Lord, said, My spirit shall not always strive with men, and he that also is flesh, yet his days shall be 120 years.
Yes, so the Most High shortened the time that men would live on the earth. And before that time, we know men were living into the 600s, 700s, 800s, 900s. Right. Certain people were living longer. He had to shorten the time up because men were so damn wicked. Go ahead.
There were giants in the earth in those days.
The Israelite men were giants, meaning they had a high stature in the earth in those days. They were the highest of the high. They were the as what's known today as the what do they call them? The high status men. What do they call them?
Prominence.
Yeah, but it's, my man Kevin Samuels talked about it.
High value man.
High value. They were the high value men. They were the giants.
Yeah.
Being a giant, I'm literally talking about somebody that's 100 foot tall, right? This ain't like no fee, fi, fo, fum. This is talking about the Israelite men having the highest status on the earth.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Con.
And really today, even in our lower state, the Israelite man still got the highest status on the earth. Because really, you Edomites and other nations, women they be wanting to mess with Jake.
Con.
That's just how it is. Although we are at a low place. What you think it's gonna be like when we're ruling?
Con.
What do you think these other nations, they're gonna be dying to have a chance to be with the Israelite man?
Look at it right there.
You see? Yeah. Hey, Tyreek, David, you're done.
You done, bro.
On the brothers page, you're done. Right? It was no fallen angels, none of that's all mythology. Go ahead.
Con. And also after that, when the sons of the power, the son of God, came unto the daughters of men, there are bare children to them.
Yep, go ahead.
And the same mighty men which were also of old, men of renown.
See, these are mighty men, men of renown. That shows you that them being giants was their status. They were men of renown, they were famous. The same thing today, like a nigga like Noah Lyles. He's the fastest man on the earth. Right? Before him, we know it was my man Usain Bolt, Johan Blake, dudes like that. All these different guys, different UFC fighters, NFL players, actors, athletes. They were the high status. That's what they're saying. They were prominent. They were well known. Go ahead. They were the mighty men, the experts. They were the ones that was going and putting down people.
Yep.
They were the strongest of the strong. They were the ones that was looked to like, damn, man, them the sons of God. Right? You whippy ass Edomites weren't looked at like that. Go ahead.
Con. The book of Genesis chapter 6 verse 5, and it reads, the power, the God, Yahweh, saw that the wickedness of the man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of thoughts of his heart was only evil continually.
He saw that all that men wanted to do on the earth was be wicked, started headed by his people, the sons of God. He said, damn, all they want to do is just serve themselves. They don't want to serve me. And that was a problem with God, because we just read in Exodus, the 20th chapter, the 3rd verse, that God is a what? A jealous God. Go ahead.
Come. And it repented Ha'adwan Yahweh, the Lord Yahweh, that he had made man on earth, and it grieved him at his heart.
Yeah, repent to the Lord. He said, man, I hate that I even created them. So let's see what the Most High did to explain something about that for you, right? Explain something about the flood. Go ahead, so that you can get some understanding.
Come. And then the Lord Yahweh said, I will destroy man who I have created from the face of the earth, both man and beast, and creeping thing, and the fowls of the air, for repenteth me that I made them.
Go ahead.
But Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord Yahweh.
So Noah found grace. So this was the righteous line, right? So what about all? So Abe, you said, well, we are all going back to the ark. You spoke about that. Well, you said we are all one family. We all came from the ark, one family. Well, it's something to know that all people weren't saved in the ark.
That's right.
The righteous line was saved in the ark. The righteous people were saved. That was the righteous line, and we're going to show you that. That wasn't just anybody that was saved. And now, like it said before, it's a parallel now. Like the days of Noah is going to be the coming of Yahweh Shai. Because the same thing is going to happen. The righteous are going to be saved again. That's who the Most High is concerned with. Unlike you Edomites and you other people in the world. You think that salvation is open to everybody. We're going to show you that's not so. Here, right after this in Luke 1. Right? Like I said, stay tuned. You really going to love that one. Go ahead.
Right. The book of Genesis chapter 6 verse 9. These are the generations of Noah. Noah was just a man, perfect in his generations.
Noah was a just man, perfect in his generations. So start with Noah. Hey, he was just, he was upright, he was righteous. And the line, and his children and their wives, they were all in line. So that's why the Most High saved them, was because they were upright and righteous. Go ahead.
Noah walked with the power.
Noah was walking with the power. So nowhere in the Bible can you find where Edomites was walking with God.
At all.
You can't find that. And you can go look up the 2 Enochs. You had the 3rd from Adam and the 7th from Adam. The 3rd is you Edomites. The 7th is the righteous line. You can't find nowhere in the scriptures that Esau was walking with God. That other Enoch was the 7th from Adam that was translated, right? That was beamed up on the chariot. That wasn't talking about the 3rd from Adam, which was Cain's son. So you can't find your way in there. You can never find that. You can't find where Cain or Esau or none of his descendants were ever found to be upright in the sight of the Most High. You can never find that. If you can't, post it for us. That'd be new information. I'm all for being corrected. Find where Esau found favor in the sight of the Most High, Abe, and post that for us. Post it for us. Find in the scriptures where Esau was found as righteous and favorable in the sight of the Most High. We want to know that.
Yeah.
We want to learn too, right? We want to know too. Post that for us. And you didn't answer the first question, Abe.
You ain't got to answer, Swin.
Yep. He ain't got the answer. So that's what was going on back in the ark, so that you can know what time it was. So that was the righteous who found grace in the sight of him. That was the righteous line. All you have to do is go to Matthew, the 1st chapter. You keep reading down, you get that. Go into the 3rd chapter of Luke. Luke, the 3rd chapter. Read the last 20 verses of that chapter. It's going to talk about the righteous line. You could do that. You could go throughout the scriptures. You could do that all throughout the scriptures. Genesis, the 5th chapter. You could go and see it's talking about a particular line of people, and it's not talking about another particular line of people. And the Edomites is never talking about them being counted as righteous. Never.
Never.
Beautiful. Let's get this one. He'll like this one. This is for you, Abe. We're going to give you a greatest hits and get up out of here. Hey, shalom to our brother, Lion of Judah, the brother Tazawam, Yahweh Shem Yahshua. Real quick, Jeremiah 10:16, the portion of Jacob, Yaquab, is not like them. See, our portion is not like yours, right? For he is the former of all things. We got the flavor on the earth. You don't, Esau. And Israel, Yasha'Allah, is the rod of his inheritance. The Lord Yahweh of hosts is his name. The Most High only concerned with his people, right? He is concerned with his heritage. His people, not you Edomites. There's nothing you can do to change that. We're going to show you. Luke 1 and 60, we'll start at 68.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 1 and verse 68.
Yep.
Blessed be the Adonai Yahweh, power of Israel.
We want you to break this down. We asked you 3 questions. You haven't gave us no answers for none of them. We want to give you one more chance before we finish this greatest hits on Esau and then get out of here. We give you one more chance, Abe, because the last time we know that you was hurt. We know that you was cut to the core because you came back for more, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to give you one more chance. Answer this question for us. Go to Luke 1, 68 through 74 and explain that to us. Right? Go ahead.
Blessed be the power of Israel, for he hath visited and redeemed his people.
So the God of who?
Of Israel.
And what did he do? What did the God of Israel do?
For he hath visited and redeemed his people.
Hold up. He brought his people back in favor with him.
Yep.
So Yahweh Shah, when he said in Matthew 15:24, I'm not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Well, hold on. That was his people, right?
God.
He commanded the disciples to go to the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
God.
Let's keep reading.
He had raised,
You good?
yeah. He had raised up an horn of salvation for us.
For who?
Salvation for us.
For who?
The house of his servant David.
But the salvation was for who?
For us Israel.
For us, Israel. Go ahead.
And the house of his servant David.
So it's not for everybody. It's not even for all Israelites that have the bodily descent of be Israel. It's for the elect, the house of David is what he let us know.
God.
Let's keep reading. Let's see if the Most High changed his mind.
As he spoke by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began.
And none of the prophets were ever Edomites. None of the prophets from the beginning of the world was ever Edomites.
Right.
If you can, find an Edomite prophet and post it for us in the chat. Show us, tell us his name, and show us an Edomite prophet that was found. Only the prophets that was from the beginning of the world was only the Israelites. Let's keep reading.
Continuing on. That we should be saved from our enemies
Yep.
and from the hand of all that hate us.
Well, hold on. He said that we should be saved from our enemies. Right? So we got enemies.
God.
The Israelites got enemies. The same ones that brought us over here to slavery, the brother was speaking about. The same ones that did experimentation on our people. That was buck breaking them. That was casting our children to alligators. Right? Put smallpox in the blankets.
All of that.
That was trying to genocide the natives off the land.
God had cut the woman open and see who's gonna beat up fast.
There you go.
The baby or the woman.
That's right.
Some evil shit.
Yep. During the time of the Greeks, they was doing that. You see what I'm saying? They was doing that type of stuff. Cutting the children out, stumping the kids, and killing them.
And that shows you what hatred, man.
That's real. And those are Edomites.
Yep.
Right? Go ahead.
Let's continue on to perform the mercy.
I'm listening. I conceded, brother. Well, hey, it's the spirit. He conceded.
There you go.
Well, it's just the spirit of the Lord. That's all it is. We're going to keep going because we have to make this known to you Edomites. This is part of our job. We're known as prophets unto the nations.
God.
Right? So we're out here to actually let the nations know what time it is. If you was Elam and you was talking crazy, we'd be giving you the business too.
God.
Or anybody else.
Anybody can get
You see what I'm Moab, but they weird ass, they'd be getting the business too. Any one of them. Ham, his dusty ass, he'd get the business too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now some of them Cushite girls do be kind of bad though.
Oh, it'd be bad.
You see what I'm saying? I will say that. A lot of ham is dusties. But the Cushites are bad though. I will give them, and some of them other ones, they are pretty nice. You see what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, hey, as a whole, hey, they're going into slavery. So whoever it would be, hey, this word is non-discriminate. Meaning anybody can get the business. Anybody can come up here and get told what time it is. Because that's what the men of the Lord are here to do. It said before the beginning of the world. The prophets was there at the beginning, right? Let's keep reading.
Real quick, Japheth big ass too, man.
Yeah, Japheth too.
The big Samoans, you know what I mean?
The big ass Samoans and Tongas.
Yeah.
And they same thing with them. Yeah, all of them. They all get the business. And they all going into slavery. They all going to be serving us. The difference is you Edomites ain't going to have no mercy. We're going to show you that in the Bible dictionary before we get out of here. You Edomites ain't going to get no mercy. So you said you conceded. That's a good place to be, Esau. That's a good place to be, right? Humble your goddamn self before you come speaking before the prophets. When you come on any comment boards, it's like, humble down. Humble down. Because you're going into slavery. That's an inside joke. Humble down because you're going into slavery, boy. Don't ever play with us like that. You Edomites are going into slavery. That's what's coming, right? Go ahead.
To perform the mercy promised to our fathers and to remember his holy covenant.
His covenant was only with the Israelites. Yep. That's who you can't find nowhere else where the covenant was for anybody else. You can't do it. If you can't, post it. Anybody. We dare you. Hey, do it for the edification. I always say do it for the edification. We want to be enlightened too. We can still be taught. We're still learning. Go ahead.
The oath which he swore to our father Abraham.
Yep.
That we will grant unto us, that we being delivered out of the hand of our enemies, might serve him without fear.
So Yahweh Shai is coming back to deliver us. Give me Matthew 1:21.
Gotcha.
Zakar. Moth. He coming to deliver us from our enemies. So if he's coming to deliver us, we're going to double down and show you that that's what that is. He ain't coming just to deliver anybody that say they believe in God or Jesus or whatever. People want to believe. It's what do the scriptures say. You can take one scripture and you can go and try to make it mean what you want it to mean. Right. You got to go through the precepts to show whether something is true or whether it's false, whether it's real or it's fake. And that, my friend, is what's known as a cunningly devised fable. The hell doctrine, the immaculate conception, all this stuff is garbage. It's toilet water. And the truth is out here, and the believers ain't falling for that no more. The elect gonna stand on business. You got it.
The book of Matthew, chapter 20, verse 21, and it reads, and he said unto her, what wilt thou? She saith unto him, grant that these my two sons may sit, the one on the right on thy right hand.
Matthew 1:21?
20 and 21, Con.
Okay. Matthew, okay. Yeah, just go to 21. Matthew 1:21.
Oh, 1 and 21. Sorry, I thought you said 20 and 21.
Matthew 1:21. You got it.
The book of Matthew, chapter 1, verse 21, and it reads.
You could bring that brother comment right here. What's his name? Brother Tazamon. He does a mighty scripture after that. You can bring after this. Go ahead.
And it reads, and she shall bring forth a son. Thou shalt call his name Yahweh.
She shall bring forth a son, Yahweh's mother Mary, and thou shalt call his name Yahweh. Right? That's how we know his name. He is the deliverer. That's what his name means in the Hebrew. They wasn't calling him Jesus when he walked the earth. English didn't exist, and there was no J's, E's, U's, or V's in the Hebrew. And there's a J, a E, and a U in Jesus. Right. And Jesus just means earth pig when you look it up. Go ahead.
God, but he shall save his people.
And he shall do what?
Save his people.
Why don't it say all people? Because Yahweh Shai is only coming to save the elect of his people.
God.
That's Matthew 24, verses 29, 30, and 31.
God.
He's going to come to the four corners of earth to deliver his elect. So it's saying his people is the elect of his people, right? The elect within the elected people. The Israel is his people. The elect of his people is the 1/3. Go ahead, read that again.
God, the book of Matthew, chapter 1, verse 21, and it reads,
Yep.
And she shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name Yahweh.
Yep.
For he shall save his people from their sins.
So Yahweh Shai is going to save his people from their sins. Not all people. He's going to save his people. Did you hear that, Abe? Because you're talking more. You said you conceded. You need to humble down. He's going to save his people from their sins. So make that make sense. How is that all inclusive? You spoke a little bit a second ago about the love of Jesus and all that. Well, that's the love of Yahweh Shai right there. The love of Yahweh Shai, who you call Christ, Jesus, the anointed, Hamashiach. The love of him is that he's going to save his people from their sins. That's love. That's the love right there. He's going to save his people from their sins. So really, you Edomites can't sin. You do evil doing, right? You commit iniquity, but you can't sin because those that can sin is those under the law. You're not in the covenant. You're talking about the new covenant. We already told you and explained that before.
Yeah. You keep saying Jeremiah.
Yeah, you keep going to go to Jeremiah. No, you ain't dealt with not one. We done went down 4 or 5 itemized things. And you ain't said nothing about it. You said you conceded, but now you back on it because you cut in your spirit. I know it hurt. I know it hurt. Give me Hebrews 4 and 12. Or you can get that, and we'll get that after that. After he bring this.
Yeah.
The brother Tazawam put some fire on there.
The book of 2 Maccabees, 15 and verse 16.
Mm-hmm.
Take this holy sword, a gift from Adonai Yahweh, with the which thou shalt wound that adversary.
Oh, that's precept of the night. What?
That's fire. And
what?
We understand.
Brother, why did you do that? That's crazy. That's crazy.
And first and foremost, the sword starts with what? This right here. For the weapons of our warfare are not what?
Carnal.
Yep.
We're going to add to the sword. Ephesians 6 and 17.
Yep.
You get that to the brother.
So that's our sword, man.
That's our sword. Read that again.
2 Maccabees,
Gosh,
chapter 15,
almighty.
verse 16. That's cold, man.
That's cold, brother.
That's cold.
You cold-blooded, Tazawam.
Yeah.
To do that, brother. That's cruel. That's cruel and unusual punishment.
You said Ephesians 4 and
6 and 16.
Yeah,
6 and 17.
It says, take this holy sword,
Yep.
a gift from Adonai Yahweh, and once again, we understand the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, with the which thou shalt wound the adversaries. All right? And that dude right there is talking about some, he's pretty much wounded.
Yep.
Keep posting Jeremiah.
Damn.
Jeremiah, Hebrews 8 and 8. It's all the same thing, right?
Yep.
It's the same thing, man.
Now, Bob White, I don't know where you at. I know the man keep saying that's right, Bob. Bob, I don't know why you post John 3 and 16. Well, I don't know if you got the proper understanding. We've seen you on the comment board a lot. I'm not sure what you trying to do here in the spirit, but hey, this word can cut you too, brother. I'm not sure if you're in the right spirit, but this word can cut you too, man. So I'm not sure what you're doing. State your intentions, because the word can give you the business too. The spirit, the man that conceded, but he can't take it, and that's Esau right there.
That's right.
Right? That's Esau personified.
Yeah.
I concluded. Yeah, that's what it is. But then he came back. See, that's in his spirit. God is not in all of his thoughts. You see?
He said the sword for rated E for everybody.
That's right. The sword rated E for everybody. Anybody can get it. Everybody can get it.
Real quick, go
Right?
to the book of Hebrews.
Go ahead.
There's a book Ephesians chapter 6 verse 17 and it reads,
Yep.
and take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the spirit, which is the word of the power.
Go ahead. Read it again.
You good.
We just add to you a Tazawam. Well, you got a precept of the night.
That's fire.
You ain't got to post another one tonight, brother. You went and just did crazy damage.
Hey, he hit that bank shot in like 30 seconds.
Yeah, man, that's the game winner right there.
God.
Well, my man Paul Pierce back in the day, he said, did you call bank? He said, I called game. I called game. That was game time right there. That was game time. Go ahead.
The book Ephesians chapter 6 verse 17 and it reads,
Go ahead.
and take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the spirit,
Take the sword of the spirit, which is what?
which is the word of the power.
See, the word is what's doing it to you. It ain't us.
Power of God.
It's the word of the Most High that's doing it to you. And the issue that you have, men like Abe and many others that you have, you Christian apologists and people that want to be a part of what you see, you can't make yourself a part of it because the word it speaks against you. You're in the wrong spirit. The word, that's why you conceded for a moment, right? So be careful. Like I said, I don't know what spirit you're coming in, Bob White.
Go to the book
Right?
of Jeremiah 31 real quick.
But I see you posting things. I pray not for them. I pray for the world. Yeah, I want you to understand. I hope you understand in context. We've seen you over a long period of time on here, but I'm not sure.
31 and 31.
It seemed like I don't know. It seemed like your spirit's a little off. If we need to correct you, you'll be corrected through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahshua. But we got to get this guy on the Brothers of Cars comment board, and you can read some of his comments to put in context. So brothers that might be on here
31 and
might not
31.
see. He was asking about the new covenant.
And hopefully Hebrews, Elder, hopefully Hebrews 8 and 8.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so this is what the guy posted. Let's see. You can be sincere. This is Tyreek David. It says, you got a few up here. Let's deal with this one. It says, explain the new covenant. Well, the new covenant is something that pretty much we're waiting for, to come, which is the world to come when you go to the scriptures, which is the kingdom or the house of David, which is the kingdom, which will be the house of David with Yahweh Shai, who the word is called JC, who's called Jesus. All right, so this is the throne of David or the kingdom of heaven. Okay, so let's go to the book of Jeremiah 31, and let's start verse 31, Baba Kashan.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 31, verse 31, and it reads,
Yep.
Behold, the days come, saith Adonai Yahweh, that I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel.
Along with the house of Israel. So once again, this is the Most High separating again. All right, and how do we know the Most High is a separatist? You know, just in matter of fact, let's hold that Baba Kashar Salakia. Go to Revelation 11 and verse 1 real quick. Revelation 11 and verse 1. Let's think, let's make it as clear as possible. All right, the Most High is not counting any heathen. Never will, never has. It's not going to happen. Why? Because the Most High himself say he does not change. Go ahead.
Con. The book of Revelation, chapter 11, verse 1, and it reads,
Yep.
And there was given me a reed unto a rod.
Read to the rod, just going to a measuring stick, and we measure up ourselves by what? By the weight of the Bible, the scriptures. Go ahead.
And the angel stood, saying, Rise and measure the temple of the power, and the altar, and them that worship therein.
The temple is the believers. All right? The believers.
Con. But the court which is without temple, leave out, measure it not.
Measure it not. And why is that? Let's go.
For it is given unto the Gentiles.
Get onto the heathen, the actual heathen, right? The actual heathens, outside of, these 17 different nations, from Esau's stinking ass, all the way down to these damn,
Yep.
you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
All of them, man.
Yep.
All of them, right? Go ahead.
And the holy city shall they tread underfoot in 2 months.
42 months going to 350 years.
Yep.
350 years. So from 1969, from Elder Bivens, 2007 with the YouTube age, which is called the unicorn, the satellites. That's when a lot of believers start to wake up until this present day, 17, 18 years later, 2025. All right, to this very day, man. So from 1969, we have been, growing, all right, into this knowledge. Okay. Then you go back to Jeremiah 31 and 31, Baba Kashar. Just gonna put it in the
Con.
context.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 31, verse 31.
Yep.
Behold, the days come, saith Adonai Yahweh, that I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah.
With the house of Israel, house of Judah. And why is it that Jeremiah is writing it like this? Because when we go into the history, King Solomon, who had a peaceful kingdom, his name means what? Peace. Shalom, shalom.
Shalom. Shiloh too. Let's
Yep.
use that.
Or
Yep.
Shiloh.
Yep.
Okay, which was a kingdom, which was peace. But after a certain period of time, he started to follow the ways of his wives, concubines, and worshiping their other gods. We go into it, 1 Kings 11 and 1 Kings 12. You read on your own time, that you can break it down perfectly. The kingdom was split. 3 tribes went that way, and the rest of the tribes went with Ephraim. Okay, so that's why it's a split there. Southern kingdom and the northern kingdom. Go ahead.
Not according to the covenant that I made with the fathers, in the day that I took them by the land to bring them out of the land of Egypt, which my covenant they break, although I was an husband unto them, saith Adonai Yahweh.
And being a husband just means what? To be joined. All right? We're supposed to be cleaving to Yahweh B'Shem Shai. But as we just read in the book of Revelation 11 and verse 2, it said that what? That they shall tread upon, the holy city 42 months. Meaning what? 350 years. All right? So we was without our Most High, and we wasn't joining and cleaving until our husband, which is ultimately mean what? Being joined. Go ahead.
Con. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 31, verse 33, and it reads, But this shall be the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel.
Yep.
After those days, saith Adonai Yahweh, I will put my law in the inward parts.
I will put the law in the inward parts, and this literally means being programmed, if you can receive it. It's like, pretty much taking you out of this body that is subject to sin to now program you to be, subject to righteousness forever and ever and ever and ever. What?
And write it in their hearts. It will be their power, and they shall be my people.
And we shall be his people. All right. Now we're gonna be what? Cleaving to the Most High, not going off ever again. Okay, that's good there.
Yep. I'll start here. This is Hebrews 8, and I'm gonna start at verse 6. It says the new covenant foretold by Jeremiah. So we read in Jeremiah. Now let's see what Hebrews, as it makes it even clearer.
Yep.
Hebrews,
New Testament too, man.
in New Testament, Hebrews
Yep.
8 and 6, it says, But now hath he obtained a more excellent ministry, by how much also he is the mediator of a better covenant, which was established upon better promises. Speaking of Yahweh Shai, right?
Yeah, Yahweh Shai.
Right? It says, For if that first covenant had been faultless, then should no place have been sought for the second. For finding fault with them, he saith, Behold, the days come, saith the Adonai, when I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah. Yep. The same thing we read in Jeremiah.
Same thing.
So he said the first covenant wasn't fault. He found fault with it. meaning he knew that we couldn't keep it perfectly.
Yep.
We had to have the new bodies. The law is perfect, but he saw that, well, it understood, well, they can't keep it, not in mortal flesh. So when the brother was speaking, the laws are gonna be downloaded in the spirit, the inward parts, the mind, the spirit of every Israelite.
That's right.
Even those that die and come back, because they're gonna be born through the righteous people that are gonna be perfect, the ones that's gonna make it up on the chariots, right? And those that's gonna come back with Yahweh Shah. For finding fault with them, he said, behold, the days come, saith the Adawan, when I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and the house of Judah. It don't say no other nation.
No other nation there.
Not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day when I took them by the hand to lead them out of the land of Egypt. It says, because they continue not in my covenant, and I regarded them not, saith the Adawan. For this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, saith the Adawan. I will put my laws into their mind and write them in their hearts, and I will be to them a power, and they shall be to me a people.
And this is Apostle Paul that is writing to the, to the church of, which are the Hebrews. All right, he's pretty much just quoting the same thing in Jeremiah. So when a lot of people like to, twist Paul's writing, as it says in the book of 2 Peter 3 and verse 16, 15 and 16, why? Because they don't have what the understanding, okay? And they, and they always twist at Paul's writing, okay? Apostle Peter himself said it, as it says, as they do also the other scriptures, man. All right, because why? Because you lack understanding. You don't know what's going on. The best thing for you to do is, sit down, shut the hell up, and learn.
Yep.
But if you're a heathen, then you're never gonna get it to begin with.
Yep. Because it wasn't made for you to understand it. It wasn't made for you to understand it, right? Yep. So boom. So we got your man on here. Yep. Okay. He said the whole Bible's about Israel. Tyreek, David, cool.
All about it.
Cool. I'm thinking the brother Bob White, he cool. We good. We gonna deal with my man Abe before we get out of here. Any other nation except all nations.
Abe, man.
I never said that. Please don't break the law. Don't break the law of lying. We're not talebearing. We're not lying. We're just saying the things that the scriptures are saying. Then speak Hebrew. Do you recognize Jesus? Do you trust Paul? Yeah, we trust Paul's writings. And we recognize Yahweh Shah. Of course we do. Right? That's right, brother. No, you're not the Edomites. We don't recognize the Edomites, and you're an Edomite. Why fall back on lies? Read the scripture if you respect them. That's what we're doing. We're reading the scriptures. The Israelites. Yes, this is only for the Israelites. I concede I'm an Edomite. Okay, he's a liar. He won't read repeatedly. Said I concede I'm an Edomite. Okay. Well, you said you was an Edomite the first time when we was dealing with you about a week ago when you was on the comment board. So we're just going what you said, because you said you start off with saying, can a so-called white person get salvation? That would be an Edomite, right? So we don't have no reason to lie on you or anything like that. We just going by what we hear you saying, and we are speaking Hebrew. We speak Hebrew as much as we can. Can you speak Hebrew? Right? Why would you be saying Jesus? If you was really a believer, then you would be calling on the Lord in his true and righteous name. Yeah. Right? Give me Proverbs 30 and verse 5. No, 4. Salakia. 30 and 4. So, yeah, then speak Hebrew. That's what we do. And you'll hear us say, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh. You'll hear us say certain words and things in Hebrew. Because there's more power in it when you read in the first chapter of the book of Sirach. That's why we do that.
Khan, it's the book of Proverbs, chapter 30, verse 4. And it reads, who have ascended up into heaven or descended, who have gathered the winds in his fists, who has bound the waters in a garment.
Yep.
Who have established all ends of the earth.
God, the Most High, done this. Go ahead.
What is his name?
What is God's name then? Is it God? Is it Jehovah? Right? Is it any of that? That's all in the Bible. Why would it be saying in the scriptures, what is his name then? What is his name? Go ahead.
What is his son's name, if thou canst tell?
So what is his name and what is his son's name? So why you keep talking about Jesus? His name is Yahweh Shai, right? We read that in Matthew 1 and 21. Right? She shall bring forth a son and he shall save his people from their sins. Right? Yahweh Shai is his name, and thou shalt call his name Yahweh Shai. That's right, brother Hananya. Abe Hamashiach Yahweh Shai. That's the name of our Lord. But we know the name of the Lord is dreadful to the heathen. And furthermore, my head is not covered. That's Esau trying to be the serpent, the devil, cause confusion. My head is not covered, my man. You see this? You see? Matter of fact, My head is not covered. Can't get us with that, Esau. My head not covered. Matter of fact, for the rest of the camp, I'm gonna leave it off just for you. But my head is not covered. Nor is any brother's head covered out here.
Nope.
So you can't use that. Am I gonna uncover my head? He's talking about because of Paul's right. I never come out here with my head covered. No brothers come out here with their head covered.
Never.
And if we see a man that's out teaching, whether they're on the internet or whatever, we would check him and say, you shouldn't do that. Now, we know with certain men in certain Israelite groups that will cover their head. Well, that's cool. We know that they ain't gonna hear. You know, cool. Do what y'all gonna do. You know, they say that the Holy Spirit, that ain't stopping the Holy Spirit. Cool. Do what you gonna do. We're not gonna go back and forth with you about that. We're not gonna do that. You see? Because it's pointless. It's pointless. So boom, my head ain't covered. So now is that better for you? Right? You can see my big old head now. You see my head? Right? It ain't covered no more. You thought it was covered. It ain't covered no more. If I could see the why my hair, I'm not so full that I cannot be filled. Okay, well, you need to just listen. Right? Elizabeth, she says, you're not Israel. You need to read Paul's epistle to the Galatians. It's the key to the scriptures. Repent. All the laws, the key to the scriptures to Elizabeth. Right? Do you really think that the creator of the universe is concerned about that? And we're not going to read Galatians 3:28 because we ain't got to do none of that because we done all that with you. We about to get out of here. And, you know, you conceded earlier and you should have. And what you should have done is just be quiet, start taking notes, so on and so forth. But to Elizabeth, whoever you are, there is a code of conduct. There is a code of conduct. I'm not sure in which context and what you mean, but just going by what you're saying, there is a conduct in the way we're supposed to keep ourselves. And there's laws. And what Paul was speaking about was not covering your head. And if you're a woman, to cover your head when you're praying. Right? Because you have a head which is a man. We have a head which is Yahweh Shai. The man supposed to leave his head uncovered. So that's all, there's some symbolism in there. But that's all righteous from the Most High.
Elizabeth might be that girl from that one camp with her boyfriend.
Jacket?
Yeah, but we was over there.
Oh.
Jacket.
Okay. See how the Spirit do? You are wrong. No, you wrong. You wrong. If you are who we think you are, you're wrong. And it's not BS because it's in the scriptures. See, y'all getting cut. Go to 1 Corinthians 11. You about to say something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I ain't gonna do it.
No, you can say whatever.
Yeah,
go 1 Corinthians 11. Start at 1. We'll go down to 3. So there
I'm
you
not
go.
sure, but I think it may be her.
Hold on. Is it a brother now you talking about? To
You talking
Elizabeth? Yeah, damn. All right.
Yeah, you already got
Yeah.
it.
I was
Yeah.
ask her, was it a Filipino?
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah.
He got her up out of there. But nah, it's all good.
Yeah.
You can let them cut themselves. Hey, peace and blessings be to you, to the brother Eric. Peace and blessings to you as well, brother.
Yeah, that's her from over there.
Yeah, that's her.
Yeah.
This for you. You probably still watching her. He timed you out. I don't know if you could still hear or whatever, but this for you.
1 Corinthians 11. We were start at.
We'll start at 1. We're gonna read down to 3 or 4.
God. But 1 Corinthians chapter 11 verse 1, and it reads.
Yep.
No, I'm good up. Be ye followers of me, even as I also am of Mashiach.
Yep.
Now I praise you, brethren.
That's what Paul said. Be followers of me because I'm a follower of Yahweh Shai. Right? So you shouldn't be following anyone that ain't a follower of Yahweh Shai today.
Right.
If you don't see righteousness in that man, you're supposed to separate yourself from him. Or a group of people.
God.
Right? So you should be following, of course, in the spirit of Yahweh Shai. So that's what Paul said. Go ahead.
God, and keep the ordinances as I delivered them to you.
Yeah, so the ordinances are the laws. So you would not cover your whole head if you're a man. You wouldn't do that because we're gonna read why you wouldn't do that.
God.
And if you're a woman, you would cover your head when you praying and prophesying. It's a reason why. Because the Most High said to do it. Paul was making it clear why to do it. And we're gonna show you that there was symbolism in that.
God.
But it's spiritual as well. Go ahead.
But I would have you know that the head of every man is a Mashiach, and the head of the woman is the man.
Yep.
And the head of the Mashiach is the power of Yahweh.
Go ahead.
Every man praying or prophesying.
Every man praying or prophesying. So if you out here speaking the words of God, or you praying, you make a prayer to the Most High. I don't give a damn if you in your car or wherever you at. If you walking, you in the shower, whatever you doing, you laying down, it's gonna tell you when you praying or prophesying. Go ahead.
Having his head covered.
You don't have your head covered. Go ahead.
Dishonoreth his head.
You just honoring Yahweh Shai, who is your head. The head of man is Yahweh Shai. The head of Yahweh Shai is the Most High. Go ahead.
God. Book of 1 Corinthians chapter 11 verse 5. But every woman that prayeth or prophesies in her with her head uncovered.
But if you're a woman and you praying and prophesying, you're speaking the words of the Most High, right? You're in the midst of this truth, this word. A lot of women would just do it. They hearing the word. They just cover their head up. A lot of women that's in the faith, which that's cool. If you praying or prophesying, go ahead.
Dishonoreth her head.
You dishonoring your head. So if you got a man, you dishonoring your man. And then that's dishonorable before Yahweh Shai, who is his head. See how that work? Go ahead.
For that is even all one as if she were shaven.
It would be like she had all her hair shaved off. That would be a shame, meaning. It would be like her head was shaved. Like she would be ashamed. Like if you saw a woman with a haircut like mine, that would be a shame. Because a woman's glory is her hair. When we continue reading down in there, we ain't got to get onto it. But a woman's glory is her hair. She glory in her hair.
Con.
Go ahead.
For if the woman be not covered, let her also be shorn. But if it be a shame for a woman to be shorn or shaven, let her be covered.
Yep. So that's why you're supposed to cover your head when you're praying or prophesying. Because that's a shame not to do that. Because the spiritual part of that is that, hey, that shows that you are covered. You literally having a covering over your head is spiritual, right? But it's also literal. It's spiritual, but it's literal. Because that's order. That's why it says, keep the ordinances, keep the order. This is order. Because people might say, well, yeah, it's off. Well, what law is that says that you got to do that? Because people will do that. Like, I've heard people argue that, well, it ain't one of the 617 laws, statutes, commandments to take the MOTB. Show me where. I've heard people say that over the years. You hear the most asinine stuff along unit. Show me where it tells you in Revelation 14, the 14th chapter, it tells you the penalty when you read from the 9th verse to 11th verse for taking it, which is going to be damnation and destruction. So that shows you that would be wicked in the sight of the Most High. But where is it an actual law? It's right there. You can't receive that in the spirit. But if you take it, you're gonna die.
You're gonna die, man.
So what are you talking about? But that's how simple-minded people are. Like that little broad that was on here. We believe that was the one over there, the little Filipino, little thought box. We perceive it was you, and it's all good. We know that you cut too in the spirit, because you was running your mouth over there and didn't know what you was talking about. You was with that simple-minded ass dude or whatever who was bummed out, looking all goofy and shit. You see what I'm saying? All goofy and shit. You was over there with him. He didn't know what was going on. He had you just doing whatever. But we know a lot of our people don't know what is going on. A lot of men are simps. We know that.
A simp, for real.
A real simp.
Real simp, like God.
You see what I'm saying? Because you weren't even in the proper attire being around a bunch of men.
Nah.
You see what I'm saying? He had you over there looking all crazy.
Yeah.
The man always wanted to be around, especially around, if you and your woman doing the presence of doing what y'all doing, whatever.
Yeah.
You around a bunch of men.
Dressed like what you.
Yeah. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. So yeah. So no, we not dealing with Galatians 3 and 28. We about to get out of here. 1 Timothy 2 and 12. Yeah, but I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be a size. Okay, Bob White, we see that you rocking with us. You rocking with us. We just want to make sure we'll know, state your intentions. Where are you at? Yeah. We see. No, I didn't say that says the Father is out the window, not according to you. I never said that. I guess your Bible doesn't include the Galatians. Yeah, of course it includes Galatians. The Israelites that were at Galatia, the Israelites that was at Corinth, the Israelites that was at Rome, the Israelites that was at all the places that's in the Bible, right? Thessalonica, Berea, wherever they were at. The Bible's addressed the Israelites that was there. Matter of fact, I'll give you a swift one real quick, right? Read it, change your heart. No, you just don't know what's going on because you ain't answered none of the questions. So you ain't getting nothing. All we're going to do is just go ahead and put you to sleep, and then we're going to be out of here in the next about 4 or 5 minutes. Let's go to Isaiah 14, verses 20 and 21. We give you that. You talking about the sins of the father and all that. Well, we just read that back in Ezekiel 18. The brother posted in 19. No, you don't pay for the sins of your actual literal fathers. You ain't paying for the sins that your actual father did. We ain't paying for the sins of our literal fathers did, right? We come back every third or fourth generation. That's when you pay for your sins. You got it, Akia.
Isaiah 14.
But we are under generational curses, right? For doing evil and wickedness in the sight of the Most High. Go ahead.
Start at, when we start at?
Isaiah 14, start at 20. We'll hit the point 20 and 21.
The book of Isaiah chapter 14, verse 20, and it reads, Thou shalt not be joined with them in burial.
Yep. So it said we ain't going to be joined with them in burial. Talking about you devils, you demons. So really in righteousness, we ain't supposed to live around you heathen. And we ain't supposed to be buried with you. None of that. We ain't supposed to do nothing ceremonial with you. None of that. Go ahead.
Gone. Because thou hast destroyed thy land and slain thy people. The seed of evildoers shall never be renowned.
Yep. The seed of evildoers are what?
will never be renowned.
The seed of evildoers ain't gonna never be nothing in the earth. We just read earlier, the brother read it, right? One of the top precepts of the night, there ain't gonna be none remaining in the house of Esau. That's why. You ain't gonna never be renowned. You ain't gonna never be nothing. Right? Because the Most High said that you're likened unto spit, but you're less than nothing too. Go ahead.
Con. Prepare slaughter for his children.
So here you go. Prepare slaughter for your children, the children of the Edomites. Give me Sirach 41, start at 5 for me, sir. Go ahead.
For the iniquity of the fathers.
For the iniquity of their fathers, prepare slaughter for his children. So what's coming to you Edomites, because you generationally have ruled over the Israelites for many generations, slaughter is being prepared for you because you've come back. And all you Edomites say, well, I didn't do that. That scripture's there to cut you on that. Prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers. You've come back every third or fourth generation, and you still profit off of white privilege, so-called Edomite privilege today.
To this day, man.
To this day.
Yep.
You see? There you go. 400 years of oppression, free labor.
Yep.
So slaughter is being prepared for you for the iniquity of your fathers. Go ahead.
That they do not rise nor possess the land.
You ain't gonna own or possess nothing. You ain't gonna be ruling over nothing. Edomites, you're gonna be back to being a cave beast. Go ahead.
Nor fill the face of the world with cities.
And ain't nobody the architecture in the earth ain't gonna look like how it look now when you go all over the world. Mm-hmm. London, America, Taiwan, Shanghai, wherever you go, all throughout the land of Ham and Africa, it look like America. You ain't gonna fill the face of the world with cities or nothing. Right? Let's keep reading. Why?
Con, there's a book Isaiah chapter 14, verse 22.
Yep.
For I will raise up against them, saith Yahweh Yahweh of hosts, and cut off the Babylon the name.
Yep.
And
the name.
And the remnant.
Yep.
And son.
Yep.
And nephew, saith Yahweh Yahweh.
Yep. There you go. Go ahead.
I will also make a possession for the bittern, the pools of water. I will sweep it with the besom of destruction.
That's gonna be the missiles. Go ahead. That's what's coming to Babylon. Go ahead.
Saith Yahweh Yahweh of hosts.
That's what's coming to Candyland, right? And y'all, and what my man Rock say, and your candy ass, oh you candy ass, Edomites about to get, hey, we got the best of destruction, about to tear this damn place to pieces. Go ahead. And dumbass niggas like Rick Ross that got bunkers in Atlanta, you gonna get melted right here with the Edomites. Go ahead. In Atlanta, dummy.
Yahweh Yahweh of hosts have sworn, saying, surely as I thought, so shall it come to pass. As I have purposed, so shall it stand.
There's nothing you can do to change that. That's what's coming to Babylon, right? That's what's coming to Babylon. You got it.
Yeah, this is Sirach 41 and verse 5. The children of sinners are abominable children.
The children of the Edomites are an abomination to the Most High. They're abominable children. I saw one over here. He was messing with the little thing. When you see them little devils,
little devil,
he was messing with the little stroller. You saw him pushing it down.
Yeah.
Give me the one in Psalm 37. Started 6 after this. The children, now we'll get yours first. Read that one more time, Allah.
Yes, Sirach 41 and verse 5. The children of sinners are abominable children.
All you Edomites are an abomination inside of the Most High. Go ahead.
And they that are conversant in the dwelling of the ungodly.
You are known as the border of wickedness or the dwelling of the ungodly. Wherever you are, you're the border of wickedness. You the devil, you the deceiver, you the wicked. That's how the Most High see you. The Most High don't love you. He don't like you. He want to kill you. The Most High want your ass to go into slavery. Then he going to annihilate you. Then you're going to be dust. Then ain't nobody going to remember you. You ain't shit. Go ahead.
I'll read a little bit more of this. And it reads, the inheritance of sinners, children shall perish.
That's how you live. That's how you rule off generational wealth. You got that at the hands of putting the Israelites into slavery. You ruled off generational wealth. You passed that down to your babes, to your families, over and over and over again. So you can't say when we read Isaiah 14, hey, all that privilege that you've gotten, it got to be destroyed. The Most High is telling us. Go ahead.
And their posterity shall have a perpetual reproach.
The posterity is the offspring, the children. It's going to have a perpetual reproach, meaning you're going to be in slavery. You're going to be in captivity. Huh? You see? That's going to be the reproach on your ass, Esau, like it's been on us, but it's going to be on you double. Boom. Any more?
It's like it.
Yeah, it says, woe be unto you ungodly men, which have forsaken the law of the Most High, for if you increase, it shall be to your destruction.
Everything that you're doing, your increase is to your destruction. Y'all having problems even bringing forth children, right? You Edomites. Edomite woman can't bring forth children like that. They ain't lively like the Israelite women. They can't pop them babies out as we was reading in Exodus, the 1st chapter. The women of children of Israel are more lively, different spirit in them. You ain't strong enough. As a matter of fact, you Edomite women was so fucking weak, you was having our women breastfeeding your children during when we was in slavery. You see what I'm saying?
Your phone still on?
Yeah. Oh, it's about to die. Oh, yeah, it's about to die. Yep. So that's what's coming to you Edomites. right? And it's about to die. We about to get out of here though.
There's a book of Psalms, chapter 37, verse 6, and it reads,
Mhm.
He shall bring forth thy righteousness as the light, and thy judgment as the noonday.
Yep.
Rest and hide on Yahweh, and wait patiently for him. Fret not thyself because of him who prospereth in his way, because the man who bringeth wicked device to pass.
That's Esau, the man that bring the wicked devices to pass, right? So ultimately, you ain't gonna prosper, Esau, right? That's the end. That's the end game for you. Like the brother put on here, game over, Esau, and you lose. You lose. You fell miserably.
That's right.
You fell miserably. That's it for you Edomites, and we'll leave it at that. Since it's about to die, that's all the spirit. And you know, we pray that this lesson was edifying to the Bakaryim, right? The elect of the nation of Israel, the Habakaryim, right? The Bayat Lakam, the house of bread, which is the children of Israel, the elect. Those that's gonna make it out of here, those that can spiritually see and hear. We want to give all praise and honor and glory to God of heaven and earth.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
All praises be to the Most High. And Shalom, Robert Rakatham. Shalom, Shalom, Shalom,
Shalom, shalom.
I'm dying, so I'm gonna get it off.